Rice-Eccles Stadium. Players dream of running out on that turf. Teams work hard all season to get here. The reason? To compete for this. The stars of today hope to take their place among the legends of the past. Now 2 teams remain. Timpview is back in the title game with unfinished business. Bountiful is the underdog, hoping they have one upset left. The quest for the title continues right now on Game Night Live. Let's go.
A KSL Sports presentation. Game Night Live kicks off now. Sponsored by UCCU.
Welcome to Rice-Eccles Stadium, the home of the Utah Utes, but tonight it is the home of the 5A state championship game featuring the Timpview Thunderbirds and the underdog Bountiful Braves. I'm Jeremiah Jensen alongside Stevenson Sylvester. Sly, this is not the matchup we expected, but it's the matchup we've embraced and we love. Bountiful versus Timpview. Timpview, of course, was in this game last year.
Right.
They have unfinished business here, and their quarterback, Helaman Kasuga, who was a freshman in that game last year, is back, and he wants a trophy this time.
Yeah, this guy is everything. I absolutely rave and marvel at the throws that he's able to make at just 15, 16 years old. He makes a lot of the throws that you see a lot of seniors, a lot of guys in college, they can't make, and he's humble and mature and can handle the moment. And he's been here, right? He's been in this moment. He's been here in a tight game in the state finals last year, and I think he's ready and able to will his team to victory today.
Now you look on the other side, and Bountiful, they don't have all the 3- and 4-star guys.
Right.
But they've got the best player on the field tonight. That's Falatau Satuala, their star safety and wide receiver, 3-star player. Utah wants him bad, but before he even thinks about college, he wants to go home with a state title.
No question. You could put this guy all over the field. I remember we covered this game earlier this year versus Roy, and Morgan Scally was on the sidelines. As you said, Utah really wants him. And I'm like, where would you put him? He's like, you know what? I don't know, and I don't care. I want him on our roster. I want him doing things for the University of Utah. Safety, linebacker, D-end. Falatau has all the capabilities of doing everything on the defensive side of the ball, and he's so athletic, so talented. You could put him on the offensive side of the ball and be a factor. He's also the backup quarterback on this football team. Star receiver on this football team. He is Mr. Everything for Bountiful, and I think he's going to be a huge factor in today's game.
A beautiful rendition of the Star-Spangled Banner. The lights are on here. We have Friday night lights just in time for this 5A state semifinal game. Timpview versus Bountiful. Timpview, the number 1 seed. Everybody expected them to be here. Everyone expects them to win the 5A state championship. And the Bountiful Braves are the 10 seed. They didn't even win their region title. They lost on their home field to Roy. But here they are. They fought their way here. And now they have a chance to run out on the field at Rice-Eccles Stadium and play for a state championship. A great story, and certainly a worthy opponent to Timpview. We saw an Olympus team, Sly, last week take Timpview to the brink. Timpview needed a kick, a field goal to win that game, to advance to this spot. If that kick doesn't go through, they're not here tonight. It would have been Olympus. And Olympus deserved to win that game. So Timpview is thrilled to be here. We'll see if that was a down game for them or perhaps the gap between Timpview and everybody else isn't as wide as we thought.
Yeah, I mean, Timpview has all the weapons, right? As you said, we've expected them to be here. They were here last year. They lost in the finals. They got unfinished business this year. Talk about all those skilled players from Helaman Kasuga at the helm. You know, throwing to Tay Nakua, Braxton Wilkerson, Kazon Villa, Isaiah Bea, and handing the ball off to True Toa, who I call Tow Truck. This guy gets it done in the backfield. He has weapons all over the place. He's not locked in on one guy, but all these guys can take off. Tay Nakua has really come into his own, had an amazing game last year. Really holding up to that Nakua name on the outside. He's really doing a great job. But they're going to have their hands full today. Falatau Satuala, I think he's going to have a big hand in what they do today. Brig Morrison is playing both sides of the ball, doing an excellent job. He's going to be a huge factor in that running game. This is going to be an epic matchup. But for me, Jay, I think today comes down to Emerson Gallman. What type of guy is he going to be like today? Because I think he's going to be the defining factor. Can he get his guys the ball? Can he orchestrate a great offensive performance today to be able to get the ball to Faletau Satuala and Feki? Be able to make sure those guys get the ball, orchestrate down the field, hold the ball away from Helaman Kinsuga. I think he's going to be a big factor in how this game goes for Bountiful and for Timpview.
Timpview receives. They fake the reverse on the kickoff. And they're going to start this drive at their own 21-yard line. Let's bring in the third member of our broadcast crew. He's no stranger to you. He's been on their pre-half and post-game shows on KSL Sports Rewind. It's Dusty Litzter's down on the sideline. Dusty, good to have you on the broadcast.
First 8 games, so why not come on for the 9th game? But it's good to be back with you. I think this game is going to be interesting, guys. And JJ was talking about, or Sly was talking about it too. This defense from Bountiful, can they hold down this offense? And can Tate Nakua show up back-to-back weeks is a big storyline coming into this one.
You're right, Dusty. Tate Nakua had a big game in the semifinals against Olympus. Right out of the gate, they're going to go to True Toa with the pass game. So Helaman Kasuga's first pass is caught. For a short gain, they're up to the 25-yard line.
Timpview plays at a pace that not a lot of people can keep up with.
Kazon Villa with a catch and run. He's at the sticks. That's a first down.
If Bountiful wants to stay in this game, I think it's going to be important, imperative for them to get out on this first drive. Here we go with those offensive numbers.
Players to watch, Helaman Kasuga. Look at those numbers for a sophomore. 32 touchdowns, 3,900 yards. Kazon Villa does everything for them in the pass game, in the rush game. And Tate Nakua had a big game last week. He could go over 1,000 yards tonight with a big game. Toa on the carry. Bountiful wraps him up quick. Taken down by number 74, Caleb Norris, the defensive tackle. A 6'1", 270-pound junior for Bountiful.
Good gain on first down.
Faletau Satuala, 6 interceptions this year. Evan DeHart, 101 tackles, 8.5 tackles for loss. Kasuga taking a shot deep, not there. So another look. Britton Tidwell had an offensive touchdown last week, but he's also great on defense with 7 interceptions. So Timpview, Keenan Pula was the intended receiver. That's good news for Timpview. Keenan Pula is playing here in this state championship game. And we got motion and movement. Who went first? I think it was Bountiful.
Get these student sections into it. This is the last state championship of the night. This is going to be an interesting night tonight. 3rd down and 1. Let's see if Bountiful can hold them.
Quick hit out to the wide receiver.
That's all QB decision right there. You put that decision in the QB's hand. Do we have the numbers on the outside to throw that?
Jackson Farrar the catch. That moves the chains. 1st and 10. Timpview now at the 46-yard line. True toe up the middle. Gets 3 or 4 yards.
Hey, guys, interesting. Timpview, notoriously, this is a mean thing, but their student section, this is the largest student section I've ever seen at a Timpview football game.
You're not wrong, Dusty. For whatever reason, they're not big in numbers, but they're here tonight. Missed tackle allows for the first down. The catch is made by Pula. That's the other Pula twin.
And they were a game-time decision. They went through testing to get they were going to be able to play. They haven't played for a few weeks.
That was Jaron Pula. So happy for the Pula twins that they get to play in the state championship game after they've been dealing with those injuries.
But I think the reason for the size, guys, it's the curse of Britton Covey. Timpview has done the state championship since Britton Covey graduated from Timpview in 2014.
It's been a bit. And, you know, Dusty, with Timpview, you just expect them to win every year. But when you realize they haven't won in 9 years, that's a long drought for a program like Timpview.
Well, you think about it, from 97 to 2004, when Stephen Covey and Harvey Unga won a state championship, they called it the Great Drought. That was 7 years. And here they are now, 2014 to 2023 is a longer drought than that. It's just that they've appeared in 4 state championships in that period. And for full, this is their first state championship game since 2003 when they won their last state title.
I know our good friend Christian Cox is watching tonight. He was on those state championship teams, at least one of them, in the early 2000s.
Christian
led by
won
Larry
a state
Wall.
championship? No way.
Way. Big time shot here, incomplete, and they throw a flag. They throw the flag.
It's going to be a tough matchup if we go one-on-one on the backside of that.
Boy, the Pula twins are really going to put a stress on this defense. Olympus didn't have to deal with them last week, but this week, they're back. So give them 15 yards.
They'd rather take the 15 to 6, right, Sly?
Yes, definitely. Definitely. It's not like the NFL where it's a spot foul, so definitely take the 15. Because he was beat on that. The ball was just short, but he didn't know it was that short. He was beat. Take the foul.
First and 10 from the 27-yard line. Kasuga's going to get out of the pocket, throw over the middle, caught. Oh, it's dropped. Almost an incredible play. Tainakua had a shot. There is a flag on the play. Here's the call.
Push him back. Wouldn't have mattered. Well, these are the type of negative plays that's going to help Bountiful in making this, right? Make this second down and 20. This is a hard thing to get. A lot of teams like to do screens here to get it a little closer, make it third down and 10, third down and 9. So watch for the quick passes here, maybe a hot route out of slot.
It's first and 20 from the 37, handed off to the back. It's number 21, True Toa. He's going to get a lot of work tonight.
Yes, he is. True Toa, a.k.a. Tow Truck. He's an excellent back, especially in short yardage around the goal line. But he gets it done, especially with the high power of this offense. There's so much throw, a great mix of run and pass.
Kasuga takes a shot down the middle, into the end zone, too much on it. Pula, the intended receiver, Keenan Pula, just had way too much on it, but Helaman showing off his arm there.
It's great. It's exactly what you wanted to do if you're Bountiful. You got to get it on this drive. This is too far for a field goal, too short for a punt. You can get the ball at the 32-yard line if you make this stop.
Third and 15. Helaman's going to roll right. Beats the rush, throws it deep into the end zone. Catch made. Touchdown, Timpview! Wow! Quezon Villa with the score. That was a big-time throw and a big-time catch. And they convert third and long.
Well, I mean, what was crazy, I thought he was going to throw the flat to Jackson Farrer. He was wide open to pick up the first down, but no, he's like, I want it all. Quezon, I see you in the end zone. Make a play, baby.
Wow.
Oh, my goodness.
What a start for Timpview. extra point is no good.
We've seen that a lot these last
Luke
2 weeks.
Thornock was the hero last week, and now he misses another extra point.
Which he missed last week. He
Just
missed the
like
extra
he did last week. Here's a look at that touchdown toss.
Got his feet in. Wow.
Kazon Villa.
Yeah, because I thought he landed out of bounds, and he did, but his feet touched. Look at his feet here.
He gets those.
He get those toe taps right
toes
there
in.
at
Toes
the one,
in.
crossed over, and that's all you need. That's all you need. Look at this. Gets both feet in bounds. Great job.
You know, Dusty, that reminds me of the first touchdown in the last game we just called. When Isaac Wilson threw that dart to Joe Miles in the end zone, he toe tapped it. That was 3rd and 20-something. We see the same thing again to start this game.
An amazing catch by Kazon Villa, who, if you'll remember, started his high career as a quarterback. This is a guy that's really developed. He's an outstanding athlete, terrific basketball player. But, yeah, JJ, you're right. Rolling to his right, throws to the front of that pylon, let the guy make the play, and Q Villa pulls that one in.
So the Thunderbirds strike first. Extra point, no good. 6-0. Timpview. You see Kerry Whittingham there, giving direction to his special teams unit. Kerry won state championships as a head coach at Timpview, including the most recent championships. Was the head coach when Britton Covey led those teams to state titles. Now an assistant coach in the program. 8:40 left to play here first quarter. And now Bountiful's going to get their turn on offense. We saw a sophomore quarterback just lead a drive. We're going to get to see what a junior quarterback can do for Bountiful. Emerson Geilman will make his state championship debut.
I want to ask you guys a question. Dusty, JJ, is there as many multi-sport athletes as there used to be?
No. I mean, it depends on the school. There's not a lot of them. Lower class, yeah, you get the 5, 6A. I mean, it's a little of those multi-sport athletes, and I think it's an absolute shame. An absolute shame, and it kind of depends on the program. Not to jump on a soapbox slide, but it drives me nuts. There's certain extra other sports where coaches tell them that if you play another sport, you're not part of our team, and that just blows my mind. It absolutely, I mean, if Allen Iverson can be considered one of the greatest high school quarterbacks in the history of Virginia, then you can play 2 sports.
Right.
I mean, it's absolutely unreal.
Yeah,
it's become so demanding now.
Year round.
It's so competitive that a kid almost has to focus on one sport just to have a chance to play one.
Right.
You have to be a freak athlete to play 2 anymore. It's unfortunate, but that's how it is. Geilman, catch is made. His first pass is a good one. Guess who? Falatal Satuala. Perfect start for this Bountiful offense. They move the chains and more.
But this is a great throw, great rollout, getting in rhythm. Falatal, great spiral, great pickup.
You think about Falatal Satawala, guys. His sister, as a true freshman, led Bountiful to his state championship. I mean, he's got something he's got to live up to. He can't little sister have the only ring in the family.
Oh,
Right.
no. Oh, no. I'm sure that's his true motivation here tonight. Fekatoa, the sophomore running back, Siaki Fekatoa. Look at this Bountiful team respond. This offense is humming.
Yeah, they are, and this is exactly what they're going to do. They got to play with good tempo. They got to make sure that they are with it. But this is a great start, running the ball with Fekitoa and then throwing it with Satuala. This is what you want to do.
Geilman, 21 touchdowns, had the 15 interceptions. Expect that from a junior. But Fekatoa, the sophomore, they really turned him loose midseason. And there he is catching the ball out of the backfield. Another 6-7 yard gain. This offense is rocking so far.
Yeah, they're playing with great tempo. This is what you want to do. You don't want to take so long. You want to keep that pressure on the defense, even if you're huddling. Keep it going. Not let the defense think about what's going on. You're just like, oh, man, I can't stop. It just keeps coming at me. And that's exactly what you want to do. You want to be feared on the offensive side of the ball, show your aggression, And you got to show it all game against Timpview because Timpview is coming offensively. And you need to put the pressure on them on the other side of the ball.
2nd and 2 from the Timpview 38. Geilman's going to roll. No, he's going to stay in the pocket. Now escape.
Uncover.
Keeps his eyes down the field. Incomplete. He was looking for Satuala, who just could not pull that in. But I like how aggressive they are trying to find Faletau Satuala. I think that Coach Freckleton knows in order to win this game, he's really got to target Satuala and get him the ball. You look at the defense for Timpview. There's a lot of guys we could mention, but you look at Ta'ani Makassini, 126 tackles on the season, 4 tackles for loss. Matthias Lassa, look for him, 9 sacks, 13.5 tackles for loss. And Jalen Namulauchi, a player to watch as well. Fekitoa right up the middle, bouncing off defenders all the way down to the 23-yard line. This sophomore is really emerging as one of the best backs in the state.
Yeah, man, I'm telling you, we've covered a lot of games this year, man, and this sophomore class all across the state is bringing a lot to the table on all these teams. As we can see on the other side of the ball with Helam and Kasuga leading the way, this sophomore 2026 class is absolutely terrific, and Siaki Fekitoa is one of those top backs in 2026.
I'll just keep right up the middle.
Satuala, guys.
That is Satuala in the, you want to call it a Wildcat formation.
Wild bird, wild red bird, wild red bird.
Whatever you want to call it.
Wild red. You know, it's interesting, guys, if you don't know if you heard the story about Fekitoa, that he came to practice with new cleats. He got new white cleats, and it's been the difference. His coaching staff told Dane Stewart the story that he got new cleats, and he's been the different guy ever since that point. And he still runs scout team running back at practice.
So Bo Jackson, right? It was right. It is the shoes.
Yeah.
Hey, it makes a lot of difference. It really does if you got good cleats.
Geilman back behind center. Hands it off. Fekitoa fighting for yards. They're in the red zone now. On 2nd and 5, they're up to the 15-yard line. So it's going to be 3rd down and 2 from the 15.
So I tend to believe is that they're finally playing on a level football field.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was a crown
That
out
too.
there. Yeah,
the old
sure.
Bountiful crown. We all know about that.
That was a hill, not a crown, man. That was insane. Imagine running gaps on that field.
I don't even want to know.
You just got to get momentum, man. I was good. I was good at gassers.
The return one would have been awesome.
Under center now, Geilman. They go big. Inside the 10, fighting for more yards. They are riding Fekitoa right now, and he has delivered. 1st and goal from the 7. Look at this young man.
Just a great run.
Run with violence.
It's a great run right there.
He reminds me of Raider great Napoleon Kaufman.
Oh,
Wearing number 26.
you're pulling out names that these viewers do not know. They're Googling right now. First of all, they got to spell Napoleon. But, man, yeah, Napoleon Kaufman
Still fighting for yards. Fighting forward. Great run. They go to Brig Morrison on that play. And he shows his strength and physicality. They're getting close. They're knocking on the door. It's going to be 2nd and goal from the 3. Geilman really showing his growth and maturity. He's come a long way, even since that Roy game we called.
Oh, yeah.
Fekitoa fighting for yards. Trying to get in. He couldn't do it. He got tripped up.
This is a big 3rd down right here. Oh, my gosh. What do you call?
You got to think it's zone read, right? Go zone read with the...
I don't. I think that they're going to boot. They're going to bootleg.
They beat Springville on a boot in overtime on a 2-point conversion.
I think that's their bread and butter because this is around 2-point conversion area right here. I think they're going to boot, look for Faletau Fatuala out on the edge. Look, there's one-on-one up top. Throw the fade.
Nope. Fekitoa fights up the middle. He stood up. He's not going to get there. He gets to the 2, and that's it.
Go for it. I'd go for it. This is huge for the game, right? I would go for it. I wouldn't settle for a field goal here. That's just me, but I would go for it.
Hey, Sly, how about Vea filling the hole? He meets him mano a mano and wins that one.
Yeah, man. That's what you got to do at the linebacker position. You got to just bow up. I remember the Steelers, I played with Larry Foote. This guy, he would just blitz. He knew exactly what it was, just took the fullback. He said, I didn't even care about the football. I just saw the fullback right there, and I lit it up, and it led me right to the football every single time.
Here we go. 4th and goal from the 2. Fekitoa fighting. No! Timpview makes a stand.
This is why you go for it, because if you give it to them, they're backed up right here. Now, I don't think Timpview's going to do what Andy Ludwig did and did zone read.
He better not.
But this is what you do it for, because they're backed up. There's only a certain amount of things that they can do. And as a defense, you do cover 3 and roll your safety down, which would be Salatau Fatuola, to the strong side. It'll come out open. But you got to play strong on the backside because they'll throw that slant. Other than that, you got this if you're a defensive side of the ball. This is pressure for the offense to be backed up that far.
Well, linebacker coach Owana Kavenga has got to love the way his middle played on those last 2 downs.
Right.
Unreal.
Yeah, those guys stepped up and keeping a horizontal plane, which is exactly what you want to do. You do not want to let them go north and south. Make them keep bubbling. Have your defense chase, and they're going nowhere if they're going horizontal.
So 2:56 left to play here in the first quarter. The Timpview defense gets the stop at the goal line. Here's a look at the Timpview Thunderbird program. Donnie Atuai in his 2nd season, a 20-5 record. That's outstanding. 10-2 this season, Region 7 champs. Timpview has 11 state championships, but as we talked about in the open, it's been a minute. 9 years since 2014 when Britton Covey was the quarterback for Timpview and they won back-to-back. So this team's hungry, the school's hungry, the program's hungry. They want to end that drought and win number 12. Another look at Bountiful here. Head coach Jason Freckleton, tremendous job he's done with this program. His alma mater, his 4th season there, 32-15 record, 10-4 this year. Bountiful has 4 state titles. The last one they won was here in 2003. The legendary Larry Wall was the head coach at Bountiful, the last title that Wall won during his incredible career. He's 2nd all-time in wins.
It's crazy. Our guys at the truck were saying this is the first game where none of the schools have been born for more than 10 years.
Right. Isn't that crazy? We got old
schools here representing.
So backed up in their end zone. True Toa. Is that Toa or is that Quezon Villa? It was Quezon Villa. So they go with Villa here.
Yeah, and that's just a straight dive. That's not the zone read that we saw from Utah. That's a straight dive.
That's what you got to do when you're right on the 1 yard line.
You cannot go side to side. You got to go straight downhill, and that's what they did.
You're trying to get out of that end zone. You don't want to go back. Kasuga will throw out of the end zone this time. Takes a shot deep. Dive made, but he could not come up with it. Nice effort. That, too, was Quezon Villa, who has that amazing touchdown catch.
How about this for 3rd down? This is huge.
3rd and 7.
Because if you make them punt, they got to punt out of this tight end zone. I'm telling you, that is uncomfortable for any punter. You could potentially block it or get a great return. So this is a big 3rd down.
This is a key play for both teams. And Bountiful's going to get into the neutral zone. It's encroachment. That's twice today.
You got to hold your water, right?
Got to watch the football.
Luckily, he doesn't give him a 1st down, but you just change that whole complexion.
Number 0 on the defense. 5-yard penalty. Remains 3rd down.
Now they're making it easier on Timpview, which they did not want to do. They had all the pressure on Timpview, backed up 3rd and 7. Now it's a very, very manageable 3rd and 2, and the playbook is wide open. From the 9-yard line, 3rd and 2. Kasuga takes a snap. He's going to hand it off. That's a 1st down.
Yeah, that's easy.
They're going to move the pile with these. They got a size advantage up front there. Not by much, but they do have a size advantage.
Well, they introduced the run on 3rd down with that offside penalty, right?
Yes, they did. Toe up the middle. We got an injured Timpview offensive lineman. That's number 78. Is that Lawyer Atuaya? It's tough to tell the orange on the blue from this distance. But we're going to take a timeout. We'll be right back. Timpview 6, Bountiful nothing. in the 5A state championship game.
Salt Lake Running Company is inspiring our community to move with purpose, embrace adventure, and consciously connect to their bodies. Exercise is essential now more than ever. Take control of the chaos and make time for you. From the gym to the trail, SLRC can help you find the focus to define your finish line. Visit any of our locations along the Wasatch Front or shop online at slrc.com.
U Conference football registration is open for the 2023 fall tackle football season. This year, we are proud to announce the addition of a girls-only division to play alongside our boys. Team scheduling lines you up against comparable competition, making every snap a valuable life lesson. UC football is safe and fun. Learn the game with confidence. The competition will be fierce and the camaraderie will be second to none. Sign up today at ucfootball.org. That's ucfootball.org.
If you want to avoid your AC breaking down this summer, the best thing you can do is stay on top of your AC's annual maintenance. But if you do find yourself with an air conditioner blowing hot air, Any Hour Services technicians service all brands, and they can usually get to you pretty quick. Call Any Hour Services or schedule online at anyhour.com. Whether you need maintenance, repair, or replacement, the technicians at Any Hour Services can help you keep your home comfortable all summer long. Call Any Hour Services or schedule online at anyhour.com. No one helps more homeowners than Any Hour Services.
Back to the action. They help Lawyer Atawaya off the field. Let's hope he can get back out there. They certainly need him. We turn to Luis Coelho, who comes in for him. Kasuga over the middle. Catch is made. No, it's dropped.
Gosh.
Right in the hands.
Follow
and a late hit.
That wasn't a late hit. It
was just a defensive player, defenseless player call.
But this is why the D1 coaches like Falatau Satawala. He has a great feel for the middle.
And it was high.
Because, one, that was open, right? That was... See, I'm not used to that. That was just a great play back in my day. That was just a great play. Dislodge the receiver from the football. You don't have your quarterback throw guys. You don't throw the ball over the middle for that reason. The receiver got up, so I don't think he laid into him. But there was a window there, so Helaman hit it. But because there's a talented Falatau Satawala, that window closed extremely quickly.
Timpview goes run on first down. Trutoa fights for some yards, gets about 3 or 4. So Timpview, with the benefit of a couple calls, has room to roam now on offense. 2nd and 7 from their own 34. Bountiful kind of let him off the hook there, had him pinned deep, and missed opportunity for the Redhawks. Handoff again up the middle. Trutoa fighting for yards near the marker, and now he's got the first down. What a run by Trutoa.
That third effort.
Wow.
How about that?
That'll move the chains.
Great work right there by Tow Truck. Look at this right here. Contact. Keep pushing. Pick up that first down and more. That's why this offense is so dynamic. You can throw the ball or you can run the ball and with big success.
Kasuga.
Screen and go.
Now he's going to run. Trying to get to the outside. Picks up about 7 up to the 49-yard line. They'll mark him officially at the 48. Nice play on first down. They'll take it. Good coverage by Bountiful. Didn't have any other options, so he ran the ball. Clock ticking. We're down to 1:15 left here, first quarter. Timpview with the 6-0 lead, and they're nearing midfield. At their own 48, 2nd and 4. Kasuga throws. Catch is made by Tainakua. He tries to put on a move. Doesn't get away. That's Brock McSwain with the tackle. We got a flag on the play.
That was almost an RPO speed. How do you get an eligible player? That kick ball came out so fast.
Yeah.
I don't know how you get an eligible player downfield. Even if that old lineman was running, I think they give enough grace. Yeah, I don't know. I have to see that replay. I didn't see him downfield like that. But, hey, it's a huge play here. Now Bountiful has to make up for that here.
It's 5-yard penalty, 2nd and 9 for Timpview from their own 43. Kasuga's got trips to the field side. Now he's looking deep to the boundary. Throws it away. Smart play by Kasuga.
Yes, very smart. Great job by this Bountiful defense. All they got to do now is put a little bit more pressure on Helaman, and that's good. But they got good coverage in the back end. See, 3rd down and long here. Trips. We got ISO coverage on the boundary here with Tay Nakua.
3rd and 9, Kasuga. Over the middle, open, Tay Nakua, caught inside the 30, down to the 22-yard line.
Look at that.
Just so many weapons.
See, they faked the under route and had him go straight up after that. There's nothing the defender could do right there. Because normally when you got ISO on the boundary, he does that drag route across the middle, but he doesn't. He stops and goes straight upfield.
Kasuga's sacked. Nice response by the Bountiful defense. That's Brig Morrison getting in there and getting it done. Brig with the Redhawks' first sack of this game. That'll back up Timpview 5 yards. They're back at the 29 now. Second and 15 from the 29. And that was the last play of the first quarter. Timpview 6, Bountiful nothing. We'll take a short break. You're watching the 5A State Championship game on Game Night Live.
I love my new Chevy Blazer. The first time I saw one driving down the road, I knew I had to have one. It fits my skis perfectly. It's cute and comfy. I got my Chevy Blazer at John Watson Chevrolet. My experience was amazing. The staff always treats you like family, and it was easy from start to finish. I would rate John Watson Chevrolet 5 stars. In fact, I would give them 10 stars.
John Watson Chevrolet, your 5-star Chevy dealer.
I would definitely recommend anyone looking for a new car to come to John Watson Chevrolet.
Moving mountains takes more than muscle. It takes commitment through the comfortable, the uncomfortable, the starts, the stops, the sunny days, the stormy days. Here at Salt Lake Running Company, rain or shine, we've got you. We are here to help you keep moving forward. Locally owned, locally operated since 1995. SLRC offers free custom shoe fittings, rewards, training groups, races, free events, seminars, and clinics. Visit us in store or online today at slrc.com.
Welcome back to Rice-Eccles Stadium. We've reached the end of the first quarter, ready to begin the second. It's crazy to think this, guys, but this is the second meeting all time between Bountiful and Timpview. Timpview's been open since 1977. Bountiful since 1951. They've only met once. How is that possible? But it was back in 2015. Here's video from the game. And it was Timpview that won this game. It was a 4A quarterfinal game. Timpview won the game 42-34.
That looks like Falatel back in 2015.
This Max Tooley played for Bountiful, the BYU linebacker.
Got you.
He scored a touchdown in this game. Samson Nakua scored for Timpview. So those are some of the recognizable names that went on to have success at the college level for BYU and also Utah. There's Samson right there. Samson Nakua scoring a touchdown. And now his younger brother Tay Nakua just had a big catch in this game, who now plays for Timpview as well. So pretty crazy that just once all time these teams have met over the years.
student section getting live over there behind Timpview.
JJ, I can't say enough how stunned I am at this Timpview student section. I've covered a lot of Timpview games in my day. This blows my mind. I love it. I've been begging for it for years. It blows my mind they showed out tonight. I love it.
Dusty, did they bring ringers?
What's that?
Did they bring ringers from somewhere else? I agree with you. I love it. Hey, Timpview, thank you for bringing it tonight. It's sometimes they just don't have what other schools have when it comes to student sections, but these guys they are way up there. I like it.
They had to. I mean, I remember the Louis Wong years, and this isn't, again, not a knock. They had maybe 4 rows worth of students on that long run that Louis Wong had. And to see this tonight, a credit to the student body to show up.
You love to see it. Kasuga. 2nd and 15. Over the middle. Not there. Looking for Pula over the middle. This will be 3rd and long. This is an important play right here for this Bountiful defense. They've let Timpview off the hook on this drive. They need to get the stop now.
Sly, what do you look at here? Because if you give them any type of good chunk here, you could open up 4th down to them as well.
I think, what am I looking at here for Bountiful or Timpview? I think Timpview is going to take a kind of shorter stance here. Do a levels play here and try to get closer to get a field goal.
Kasuga. Catch is made.
Or a first down.
Right at the marker. Jackson Ferraris inside the 10. 3rd and 15, no big deal.
Yeah, they went at it like it was nothing.
Oh, Bountiful, that's going to hurt.
It's a nice little sit-down out route here.
It's too easy.
Flex, it was way too easy. Way too easy for what was called. That wasn't even a complex route or combination there.
Kasuga. Going through his
great defense right there.
Went through his progressions.
Oh, that's a catch? I thought that was incomplete.
Found a receiver.
Wow.
Jaron Pula makes the catch right at the 1-yard line.
That was tight defense right there. This is big for Bountiful. They got to step up here. They cannot go down 13-0.
They're in trouble right now with that.
Well, this is a high-powered offense. Just like the last 6A matchup we had, it is hard to come back when you allow a team that has this much talent on the offensive side of the ball to get a lead like that.
Timpview was going power I and had formation issues. He had guys that didn't realize they were going to be on the field. How about the return of the power I to Utah football?
Man, I've seen that a lot. A lot of different teams are playing that, and they understand. They're like, look, that's how we get it into the end zone. I can't put a number exactly what's inspiring all of this, whether it's Penn State, whether it's Philadelphia, the Eagles. But there's a lot of teams, even in the college level, that are picking this up. Picking it back up, which I absolutely love. One, defensively, I love defending it because that's just hard nose on hard nose. You got to be tough in order to stop it, and you got to be tough and technically sound in order to make it happen.
Well, for years now, all these teams have been learning how to defend against a spread offense.
Right.
And so defense is getting better, so it's cyclical, right? So all of a sudden, well, how do you counter that when they know how to shut down a spread? Well, you got to go power.
Yeah, something
you
that they don't know.
You tighten up the formation, you go smack them in the mouth, you run straight ahead.
You're right, JJ, because, now linebackers, safeties, they're more the personnel and how their bodies are built to defend the spread, not the power I. So you put the fridge back there, people don't know what to do.
Well, and think about it's a chance to reward some of your linemen, too.
Yeah.
Because you'll load them up, 2 extra linemen coming out of the field to be in the backfield. And you saw game for Corner Canyon. He scored multiple touchdowns in the playoffs. So it's a great chance to reward those guys that never touched the ball as well.
We're back, and Kasuga and this Timpview offense bring in the big personnel. It's 2nd and goal from the 1. They're going to go power into the end zone. Touchdown, Timpview. True Toa.
Again, Bountiful did that, but Timpview they executed better. Same end zone. Bountiful couldn't get it done, but Timpview just executed it to a T perfectly. Great timing, great motion. Lead blocking all the way down. That was nice.
They were late, right? Slide in and bump that over. They were late on that run fit.
Yeah. I mean, Here's my thing is your team runs the exact same play, so you should know what's coming. Have a great feel where the linemen are leaning. You can't be late. As I said, like Larry Foote with me, he would take it as a blitz. I'm blitzing. There's no way I'm going to be late. I am blowing whatever lead blocker, whatever fullback up in the backfield and making a huge pile for my other guys to come up. That's all I'm doing. I'm blowing it up. I'm not even thinking I'm going to make the tackle or making the play.
Right.
I am blitzing that lead gap, and I am blowing everything up from the pullers to the lead blockers, all of it. Just blowing it up and making whatever running back or quarterback has the ball, they all going to go horizontal.
You know who loved that play was Spencer Fano. The Utah offensive tackle who played at Timpview is on the sideline right now.
Yeah. Spencer and Logan were here last week.
Yes. So the Fano brothers taking this in, former Timpview stars.
Spencer's here?
He is.
Why would he be here?
I just saw him.
He should be in Tucson.
I just saw him.
I'm on my way to Tucson. He better be in Tucson.
Maybe he's on your flight, Sly. Maybe you didn't know that.
I got to fly to Phoenix and then drive 2 hours to Tucson, so I hope he's not doing that.
Southwest has awesome options late at night to Phoenix.
Timpview to kick. Thornock do the duties. Last week's hero, kicking that game-winning field goal as time expired to send Timpview to the state championship game.
Delay game.
That's the second.
Twice today.
How
We've
does
seen
that happen?
In the back, they should have had a second one. They were really close. It got down like 1 second.
Oh my gosh!
Did you guys see Hilma Kasunga put out a post today? They said, "Me and my kicker got to finish our business today."
Me and my kicker?
Yeah, it wasn't his lineman. It wasn't Tate Nakua. It was Thornock that he made the post about.
That's great. Me and my kicker.
Yeah.
Every quarterback needs a kicker.
A quarterback of the people.
We were talking about it, right? Like, you just don't realize how important a good kicker is until you have one.
Yeah.
Right? I had Louis Sakota. Man.
King Louis.
And I didn't know how important it was to have a guy like that.
Nice return out near the 30-yard line. That was Jacob Brooks, number 0.
Jacob Brooks is a big part of this offense as well. He's a good supplemental skill player for these guys. He's another guy that I think should be featured a lot today in the play action game. You can get him out into the flat, and he's a good possession guy, and be a part of this offense.
Brooks plays both ways. The run. Fekatoa wrapped up in the backfield. That Timpview defense was ready for him. Pakahaunga. I saw back there. And this is not good news for Bountiful. Siaki Fekatoa is holding his ankle.
Yeah, that was a...
he's going to walk that off. That's a good sign. He jumps up and he's walking away.
Yeah, that was a good Kurt Angle ankle lock.
Right. Exactly.
As he sees, hey, get on the ground, he turned me.
Oh, man. Those were the days when WWE was that was everything.
So awesome.
I don't even know what's going on now. I wouldn't watch whatever today is. It was good entertainment back in the day. You know it was fake, but it was just like, man, this is good storylines here.
Hey, not
Did
fake.
you watch last week?
Choreographed, not fake.
There you go.
There we go. Sorry.
Pure entertainment.
Sorry.
Pure entertainment. Geilman avoids the rush, not for long.
Wow.
It's going down. We got a sack.
Great defense right there. Great penetration.
Matthias Lessa.
Lessa, great penetration to the point to where the blocker overran the play. Didn't even let Emerson get to a point where you can stock block and back block for the rollout. So quick did Matthias get back there. Amazing play right there. Now it's 3rd down and long.
And Matthias lays a sack, puts Bountiful back, 3rd and 17. Geilman over the middle, dropped. Guys, it feels like the spirit for this Bountiful team's kind of left it. I just, not getting into the end zone there, giving up another touchdown. They're starting to doubt.
Yeah,
they're making mistakes left and right.
It was rough. I think when they were on the goal line, I would have went for the boot. I would have went for that bootleg, because you got Timpview. They were loading up, man. And one, you had one-on-one with Salatau Fatuala up top, and you didn't even try. You had that 3rd down. You loaded the box. You got one-on-one outside, and you didn't even try to do a jump ball with your 6'4", 200-pound guy?
He waited a long time on that rugby kick.
Yeah.
And it was way short.
It's not great. It's going to be a net of 17 yards.
It's such a big drive for Bountiful to stem some of this momentum. And they're staring at three possession deficit right in the face, guys.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
This is a soul-snatching opportunity for Timpview.
Yep. This defense has got to take a stand right now, or this could get away from them. Timpview's offense is in a rhythm. Now they're on a short field.
You got to think quick position or quick change possession opportunity, don't you, Sly?
No.
No?
No, not right here. I mean, you're already breaking the will. You're up 13-0. I would just crush them with the run.
They're going to pass. Back to Kasuga. Didn't work.
Yeah.
Great job by Jacob Brooks. He knew it was coming.
I know who Tyler Anderson learned football under. That was the great Lavelle Edwards and Norm Chow. I knew that was what he was thinking.
I mean, I get you. You break their back on this, but honestly, right now you're up 13-0. You're a high-powered offense. I would true toe the heck out of this drive right now. Just kill them with the will that way, to knowing that, okay, I can't even stop the run, and get all the way down there. So much so, then you take their last shot when you get a little closer. But I would true toe it right now. Even right now on 2nd down, I'd give the ball to True.
Kasuga taking a pass to the left.
When I think the other part is that their offense has been able to pick up so many of those long 3rd downs in the last couple of drives and say, hey, we'll take a shot, we'll see what we got, and if nothing else, we know we can pick it up because they've done it all night.
Right. As I said, that one they picked up, it was a simple route concept. I don't know how Bountiful let that through. But they got Falatau over there now, down that way.
Ooh, Bountiful almost jumped off again.
I'm so glad they did not call defensive false start there.
Yeah.
My heavens.
3rd and 8 for Timpview from the Bountiful 36. Very important play here for Bountiful. Got to get a stop. Kasuga in the pocket. Plenty of time. Plenty of time now. He's going to escape. Tosses it short. Tainaku with the catch. Runs out of bounds short of the marker.
About 3 yards short.
But I imagine they're in
2 or 3
two down
yards.
territory there.
Yeah, because this is not field goal range, and
No.
I don't know if I would punt this.
No, too short.
But this is 1, 2, 3. It's about 3 yards. 4th down and 3.
You go for this every time. From the 31.
But what do you do?
I think they're running it. They're going true Toa. Middle zone.
But 3 yards? 3 yards seems far for 4th down.
Here we go. Let's find out. 4th and 3 from the 31. Bountiful loads the box. Kasuga goes over the top. Incomplete. And now we've got a flag.
That was late, too. What was the flag?
Oh, boy. This is...
You're going to call an eligible guy downfield?
It's Timpview. Yep.
Eligible downfield.
Again, I don't know how that's happening with an RPO.
They're getting up the field so far. That center is getting up the field. That last one slide you didn't see, he was on the opposite 45 and he got rid of the ball. And you can see here, look, your right tackle is at the 36-yard line. Or 26-yard line, pardon me. Just gave it to him.
Yeah, but I'm just like, you're an O lineman. You need 3 yards. Why are you so far downfield? Double team somebody up at around the line of scrimmage.
I got the zone right. He just pulled it.
Yeah, well, that's something that the O lineman didn't know was an RPO, to where, they take time to go downfield.
Heelman went hot route on that, too. He came up, went spot on the helmet.
Yeah.
Huge stop for Bountiful. They got the ball back, get Timpview's offense off the field. 1st and 10, catch is made. Geilman quickly outside to number 3, Sawyer Crane, senior receiver.
Got to snatch some momentum here if you're Bountiful.
Now, this is huge. If they go down here after that stop, score a touchdown before half, eat up some clock, they got to feel great going into the locker room.
That's essentially a turnover. In my eyes, turnover, that's a turnover.
Yep, sure.
And so if they get points off turnovers here, it's exactly what you want to do. This needs to be momentum building for these guys.
2nd and 5, and they're going to throw a flag, and it's going to be on Bountiful.
Yeah, false start.
Well, you can't kill yourself here. This is not what you want to do. You want to move forward, not backwards, and not penalize yourself in doing it.
Got to find 11, right?
Yeah, you got to. 7 minutes left in the half. Geilman, blitz coming. Got his guy.
Jacob Brooks.
But it's short. It'll be 2nd. And it'll be about 5 left. So they get 5 of that back, basically. So they're at the 37. They actually need to get to the 41, so it's going to be 3rd and 4. Got to convert here.
Yeah, man. Now this is Salatal Fatou all the time. I would just try him. They're going to put him out here in the slot. You're going to be aggressive and go a go route? What do you do?
Geilman in the pocket. Takes a shot. That's exactly where they go. Satuala's got it in Timpview territory, down to the 44-yard line. You called it, Sly.
I mean, yeah, that's just a sit down. They run the zone. You got to find your opening right there. But good timing. As I said, man, the key to this game for Bountiful is Emerson Geilman. I know we love Falatal Satuala, but how Geilman plays, how he orchestrates his offense is going to be huge. And right there, great throw, great timing on your throw. And great catch by Falatal Satuala.
1st and 10, Geilman over the middle. Oh, could not hold on to it. Nice pass. Brooks had a shot there in tight coverage. Could not hold on to it. It'll be 2nd down.
Sly, I go back to that previous play. What a good job of being on the same page with your quarterback. Once he cleared that flat defender, immediately they both
turn around. Yeah.
That was awesome.
It was a read. It was a great job when you see that zone right there. And that's why I was like, he's in the slot. So I was like, you're going to do a go route right here? But it's a great sit-down route because if it was man coverage, you would take it all the way to the sideline and have him throw there. But with zone, you sit down right in that hole. Oh, right.
Geilman pulls it in. Now he's going to run. Geilman's got something here. Geilman's got a 1st down out of bounds on the Timpview sideline.
Great
decision.
Great decision by him to not try to throw that ball. It was an RPO. The first route wasn't there. He pulled it down and was like, I know I can't throw this now because I got offensive lineman downfield. Great job right here. Great decision by Geilman.
Jacob Russ thought he had a sack, man.
Yeah, he did. He was close.
He was in there.
There's number 8 right there, Jacob Russ. He had him. What a job by Geilman to pump and go and get his team a 1st down here. Now to the 32-yard line, 1st and 10. Geilman. Satuala passing back to Geilman. Wide open. 1st down near the 20, all the way down to the 22-yard line. So Bountiful breaks out the gadget play, and it works. Satuala's played quarterback, and he shows it there with the pass to Geilman in the 1st down.
Did not know Satuala was left-handed. How about it?
There you go.
He's your backup quarterback.
Geilman, they go back to Fekatoa. Nothing there in the middle. Feels like, to me, guys, that Timpview's saying, you're not going to let Fekatoa beat us. You got to have to throw the football to beat us. And Geilman's done a good job on this possession.
And he has. And I wouldn't go away from the running game. I think it's going to come back. If Fekitoa is still a little shaken up from that ankle injury, he's got to trust that leg and get back. But I think that running play, that run is going to open up here in that 2nd half. So I wouldn't go away from it. Don't think it's gone. They got to continue on with that. But right now, Emerson Geilman's doing a great job throwing the ball. You got ISO here on the outside with these 2 receivers. I'd go attack it.
Geilman. Catch it. Oh, it's dropped. That's a couple drops for Brandon Wilkinson.
Yeah.
Over the middle there. 4:37 left here.
What a pickup by Fekitoa.
Yeah.
He picked up that blitz. You got to catch that ball to help out your quarterback and your running back.
You got to. In these state championship games, I think that's probably the thing that irks me the most is how many drop passes. I'm like, you've done so much work throughout the year at catching balls, getting to this position, and you want to take the state championship game to be dropping passes? Yeah, that can't happen. We saw it earlier in the game with Green Canyon, and saw it at last game with Sky Ridge, and now we're seeing it here with Bountiful. We gotta.
They had a linebacker lined up on Satawala.
He didn't want that, huh?
No, the Pakahonga. That is not what you want.
Probably the best timeout Timpview's taken in a while. That's not the matchup
about
they
to tell
want.
you, Sly, hey, Beck, you got a matchup on Satawala with a linebacker.
Unless you're a good cover linebacker, that's the difference.
Well, not everybody's Stevenson Sylvester,
Hey, man, I ain't saying I was
in the Super Bowl just to point to the sky.
I'm not saying I was a good cover linebacker either. I got lucky. We had a good pass rush.
4:35 left here in the half. It'll be 3rd and 10 for Bountiful from the Timpview 22-yard line. Boy, a Bountiful touchdown on this drive would just be massive going into the second half.
Well, see about the pickup that would be. They can find their way to pay dirt. I believe they get the ball at the half.
Bountiful will receive to open the second half.
Yeah, this is the old Tom Brady double dip opportunity.
Yep.
But it's where do you go? Where can you get, I think, Satawala a free release? And I think if you can't win up the A gaps, you got to start attacking the edges a little bit.
Yep.
And see if you can just spring something free for Fekitoa to get the linebackers from just driving downhill time and time again.
I mean, the first question you got to ask yourself if you're Bountiful, is this 2-down territory? Right? You went for it on the goal line, but is this 2-down territory for you? If it's 2-down territory for you, then don't think you got to get it all on this first down.
Yeah, that affects your play call here.
Right.
You got to think it is, right? Because you're not going to win this game kicking field goals.
I mean, but say you did, you'd have the first field goal, and then if you did this one, you're up by 6, and then you get the ball at half, but I agree with you. You're not going to win. You got to be aggressive, and you want that mentality with your football team. Good shift
4:35 left, 3rd and 10.
Yeah, this is 2-down territory. Great job. Look at that drive.
Push all the way near the marker. They're going to get close, but not quite. Down to the 15-yard line is Satawala.
Right? Great run right there.
So now you've got your 4th and short.
Look how much bigger he is than everybody.
It's not fair. And Timpview's got a lot of size.
Right.
Look who the biggest guy is in the pile. It's Falatau Satawala. I've interviewed him in multiple opportunities, and he's wise beyond his years, and he does not look like a high school senior. He looks ready to play at the next level, and he will soon. 4th and 3. They're going for it. Bountiful all in from the 15. Gauman go to the end zone. Incomplete. No flags.
Why would
Timpview football.
You went for the end zone?
Yeah, I'm stunned by that.
There was some contact, but not enough to draw the flag. Yeah, it wasn't even. He threw it out of bounds. It wasn't even close.
Yeah, I just didn't understand that. You only need 3 yards. You did a great job on 3rd down at making it 4th and manageable, and you go for the end zone.
Yeah, that's tough.
I didn't really see any route that would make that happen.
Well, they went double slant near side, and it was a quick left, throw back right on the fade. I mean, that was.
But he didn't even look at the slants. That was quick out. There's nobody to the flats on the right side. There's no check down over the middle.
And if you're going to go to Satawala there, you got to give him a chance.
You got to give him a chance. Yeah, a body guy, you need Satawala in the slant.
Well, it's Timpview ball now. Toa. Now they're going to give it to Kazon Villa. Kazon, man, he's going to go all the way past the yard marker and get almost 11 yards on that carry. Officially 10, but Kazon Villa has been a very important player for Timpview in this first half. Talk about somebody who's hungry for a state title. He's been close too. He was on that team last year. He was a key player. And he's bringing his best tonight. So with the carry. Clock's running. We're coming up on 2:30 left. And Timpview will try to put some points up here, but may also be content to just kill some clock here.
Oh yeah,
Get to the locker room with a 13-0 lead. Their defense has come up huge in this game, getting fourth down stops against Bountiful, keeping them out of the end zone in the red zone.
I think this is a great game plan right now. Take up as much time as you can, but with your play calling, still be aggressive. Like
Kasuga, catch is made. Loose on the other side of the field. Kazon Villa still going all the way down inside the 30-yard line. Kazon Villa.
That's what hurts right there is they were trying to go for the strip and the turnover, and they allowed Villa to break those tackles and get more downfield. Here, just pull them down. Just pull them down here.
That's a 43-yard gain.
Yeah, good job by Villa at not stopping your legs.
Timpview with a great opportunity here. Kasuga on the outside bubble screen. Kazon Villa again.
You guys remember last year's semifinal against Orem, and Orem went down and scored, and then they had to settle for a punt? Remember, it was Q Villa that took that thing home.
Yeah. Changed
that game.
Yep. Kazon Villa doesn't get as much attention as some of these other guys on Timpview's offense, but whether it's in the run game, pass game, he's even come in on defense and made plays.
Yeah, he's everywhere.
He does everything for Timpview. There's a reason why it says athlete on the roster next to him. He truly is. He's also played quarterback for Timpview over the years, so he can do everything.
Well, I think when he went to Timpview, he was a quarterback to finish the year for Wasatch. You thought maybe he's going to play, and Kasuga just really surmounted the job.
Yep.
Okay.
I get that. Kasuga's special. And they found a place for Kazon Villa in their offense, and it could be the key in them ending this state championship drought.
Defense, number 6-yard penalty. Remains on.
So 1:15 left. It's holding. It's going to back it up. So the ball will go back to the 29. So now it's 1st and 20 from the 29-yard line. Kasuga taking his time, taking a shot to the end zone. Catch is made. Incomplete.
Yeah,
no, it was not made. It came loose.
He's out of bounds, too.
Tay Nakua, the intended receiver, almost made a spectacular play. Here's another look.
Go under a minute here. Yeah, he was out of bounds.
Yeah.
And the ball was out. Great route. Now you're under a minute. Clock has stopped, but it's 2nd down and long here. You got one timeout left, so you can take a chunk here.
Blitz comes. Knocked down.
Great job.
Brig Morrison came in on the blitz and knocked the ball down. This Bountiful defense has been great tonight, guys.
It certainly has.
They have done their job.
You think whenever Bountiful's good at anything, they have a Brig or a Brigham?
Yep.
Brig Willard and now Brig Morrison.
I think it's a requirement every year that they have somebody named Brig or Brigham on that roster.
And yet they all go to Utah. So amazing. Except for Cam Jensen.
There you go. Blast from the pass. 55 seconds left in the half. Kasuga under pressure. Completes the pass.
Ball
Not enough for a
inbounds.
first down.
Going to call timeout, or you're going to let it roll? They're going to let it roll
Jaron
here.
Pula with the catch.
Good decision. Let it roll. Oh,
Yeah.
they're going for the field goal here. Good
Yeah.
decision. Good
They're
decision.
going to bring out Thornock.
Well, great job. They lined it up right in the middle of the field. But he did miss an extra point here, so.
But we remember what happened at the end of last year's game, so maybe he just likes the extra pressure. I don't know.
If you got a kicker that's cool under pressure, that's good. That's good mojo.
What an ending that was last week, and now Luke Thornock.
I think they're going to take the time out. They're going to run this thing down. Want to feel good about being able to go NASCAR and get it on the field.
Yeah. Okay, they'll take time out to stop the clock before they get delay a game. It'll stop at 8 seconds. They use all that play clock. And then when we come back, Thornock will take a swing at it with his right leg. Try to put some more points on the board for Timpview. You figure the way things have gone for Bountiful's offense, they'll accept being down just 16-0 at halftime if this kick goes through.
It is crazy to think back to that first quarter and the goal line stand being such a... Oh. You knew it would be big, but it really has just kind of shown to be even bigger.
Right. Yeah, because I don't think 3 points would have made that big of a difference.
No.
Yeah. But
Bountiful with 2 trips into the red zone and coming up empty both times is really the difference in this game.
Agreed.
Timpview's finished their drives. Bountiful has not.
Well, deep red zone and kind of going away from some things that worked for you, right?
Yeah.
I don't mind the decision to run the ball in the first one, but that throw to the end zone is just so head-scratching on 4th and 2. Just, it leaves you just wondering what they're thinking. A play call I want back.
They'll discuss that at halftime. Make some adjustments. For now, Thornock, no, we're going to stop. Bountiful's going to call timeout.
And I don't think high school went the way of college where you can't not call back timeouts. I think you can still call all 3 like Coach Witt did against Pitt.
Please, Bountiful, please do not use all 3 timeouts. Please.
I mean, just saying,
they're trying to win a state championship, JJ. All right?
Okay.
They're going to use all the assets they got here.
I'm going to say, we're just in the building where it happened, you know?
That's true. So we await the field goal attempt. Ball is at the 18-yard line. This will be a 35-yard kick. For Luke Thornock to give Timpview a 16-0 lead in this 5A state championship game. Thornock got it. There was even trouble on the snap, and Kazon Villa, who by the way holds on the kicks,
does everything.
Got it. That got the high snap down, and Thornock puts it through, and the Thunderbirds lead 16-0 with 2 seconds left, and Thornock and Villa celebrate.
Maybe Villa should go hold for the Buffalo Bills.
Oh. Yeah.
Shots.
Just helped out Jeremiah's Broncos on Monday night.
Yeah. Hey, my Broncos are...
They're killing all the good teams, right?
Getting better.
Every single week.
We'll take it.
I don't like it, but they are. I mean, it's...
4-5 on the year.
And now we had now the Raiders, I say we, but I mean it. Now we head to Miami, just hopefully not giving up 70.
Miami's coming off a bye week, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yes, they are.
Oh, boy. That could be a tough trip for the Raiders.
The Raiders.
Antonio Pierce is a game changer.
I don't know so much about a game changer, but like a...
From where we were?
Well, an attitude perspective, I think so, yeah. But a game changer, I'm not there yet from beating the Giants.
One day when that guy coaches your team, you'll be on side in Jeremiah.
Yeah.
That him out of the building is one of the best things that could ever happen.
No doubt about it. I could have told you that when they hired him.
Well, you know that personally from Denver.
Oh, my gosh.
Vince Francis was telling me he hoped the Raiders extended him. And I was like, no. 4 days later, he gone.
I would have chipped in on the extension. The squib kick. This will be the last play of the half. Returned out past the 30-yard line, and that is the end of the first half. We have 1 half left of football in the 2023 high school football season in Utah. The Timpview Thunderbirds are 24 minutes away from their first state title in 9 years. They lead the Bountiful Redhawks 16-0. Slide your quick thoughts before we go to half and get back to Dusty and the boys on KSL Sport Rewind's halftime show. Really, those stops in the red zone were huge. Timpview's defense getting it done tonight.
Yeah, again, this game's a lot closer than the score. You know, one, you're getting a lot of plays being made from Bountiful against this high-powered Timpview offense. Timpview, who's at full strength right now and having some trouble with this Bountiful defense. But, hey, they got 16 points on the board. Of course, Bountiful hasn't taken advantage of the opportunities that have been presented to them. And it's gonna be huge, but this game is by far not out of reach. Bountiful starts with the ball in the second half, and they got to start on fire and on the attack.
So the broadcast will continue in 20 minutes as we begin the second half of this 5A state championship game. For now, let's send it down to the KSL Sports Rewind guys with the halftime show.
Hey, welcome back in halftime. 16-0 Timpview. And guys, we talked about this going into it. Kind of off camera. If Timpview got up 2 scores, can Bountiful hang? Now, they're going to get the ball at the start of the half. They have got to find some rhyme or reason on offense.
The parallels with this first half and with the 4A game where it was like, hey, Creek Canyon's going to have to play really ugly. They're going to have to wait on defense. Then it was 16-0 at halftime, and then they were going to get the ball, and they were going to have to score. Well, all of that stuff applies here because it's 16-0. Bountiful's going to have to play some really tough defense, force a turnover or two, and they got to score to open up the half. I think they have to.
Yeah, Timpview has played a relatively clean game so far, and the defense has stepped up. They got the 4th down stop that they needed basically at the goal line.
Here.
Yeah, right here.
Vea, man.
Yeah.
Back-to-back plays by Vea.
Yeah, and Vea with the touchdown as well. He's an absolute monster, and he's been a player of the game for sure. But Bountiful's scrappy. They have the tools to get down and come back with this game.
You know, I said I was interested to see how Timpview's defense would show up. Bountiful has moved the football.
Yep.
It's been 4th down stops by Timpview. We saw that first one by Vea. Honestly, Timpview should have been awarded 2 more points for that takedown. That was a great stop by Vea at the goal line.
Both 3rd and 4th down.
Correct, but then you even have Bountiful driving in this second quarter, and it's another 4th down stop for Timpview's defense. So I feel like this Timpview defense showed up. We were curious if they would. They have. The offense has done what we thought they'd do. Bountiful defensively has done a nice job against it. You're not going to hold Timpview scoreless, but this Timpview D continues to make plays, and it's why they're pitching a shutout at half.
Yeah, a couple of guys on Timpview that have talent. They have next-level talent that we have been kind of up and down all year that have been really, really good in this game. Is Taniela Macassini and Matthias Lessa. They have been very, very good for Timpview in this defense. We talked about how Timpview's defensive line maybe isn't as big as a regular Timpview defensive line. They got dudes at linebacker, and all of them came to play today.
But they do, and I think it's been timely as well, where Bountiful gets down on the goal line, and I don't mind the decision to run twice. The 4th and 2, we just saw that last play where I think Geilman and Satawala were not on the same page. Satawala, I think, had inside leverage. It was like, hey, I'm giving you the whole field to throw me the football, and he throws it out of bounds. But you see, because look, Felital has like, hey, just throw it here, and he kind of misses it wide, and it's a throw the Geilman's going to want back. And you look at that, it's just so heart-wrenching when you're watching Bountiful. You think they got to have all the stuff line out right, and for the most part, they've gotten there. 3rd and 15, and Timpview picks it up easily. And you have some of those things, you just wonder how many of those chances are going to keep coming for Bountiful.
One of the telling things when you look at the stats, first half, red zone scores for Timpview, 2 for 2. For Bountiful, 0 for 2. They both had the same opportunities. Timpview's 100%, Bountiful 0. That's your difference.
Yeah, the other thing that was really impressive was that field goal near the end of the half.
That's so impressive.
Thank you. Everyone's excited about it.
The holder.
Q Via, absolutely.
Okay, so
Q was the whole thing.
For those who didn't see, Q Via hops up, doesn't even get back down on his knee. Squatty pottied that ball right where it needed to be, and it went through perfectly.
It was colored yogurt all the way down the middle of the pipe.
Amen.
I think I said this on the broadcast that the Buffalo Bills need to call Q Vila and say, come hold for us, because of what we saw on Monday night.
You know, there are some of us, if we tried that, we'd fall over. We wouldn't be able to get back up without a medical alert bracelet, right? Call someone to help us back up. That was a heck of a job by Villa. Like, that was impressive.
I feel like Dane's just calling me out. Like, I just took a stray there for no reason. But, yeah, I left my medical bracelet at home, Dane. Why are you bringing it up?
What do you think that is, Jeff?
I've just been super impressed with what we've seen. How about him and Kasuga? Second championship game. He's obviously more poised, I think, than he was a year ago, but just so good going from right to left. He stays with it, doesn't want to run. He's looking for his guys and dumping it off, having the kind of game we expect him to have.
Yeah, I mean, it's exactly what you expect from Helaman. He's just so smart, and he's just so under control. Nothing is too big for him. We saw it last year in the state championship. We've seen it again today. He's just poised. He's just calm. And it really manifested itself last week when he led Timpview down for that game-winning field goal. And he's playing with that same kind of poise tonight. Now he's doing it with the benefit of having the lead, but he's playing with that same under control. And I think that's the difference in this Timpview team. We've seen them get up and two up and make mistakes in state championships before, but when Helaman's kind of directing things and leading the charge, I don't know how you get two up when your quarterback is so cool the whole time.
Yeah, the addition of the Pula twins, they have made a few plays, but it's their presence on the field. It's like, okay, we got to account for them. We got to account for Villa. We got to account for Tay Nakua, who Tay Nakua has had some intense, really good catches as well. So you just don't know who to cover. You've got an elite defense in the Bountiful Redhawks, but the offensive firepower for Timpview may be too much at the end of the day.
I mean, you look at the first half from Kasuga, 13 of 21, 193 yards with a touchdown. And his best target has been Villa. 5 receptions, 100 yards. Like, that duo's been clicking offensively today. Nakua had the big reception down kind of the left side of the field. But other than that, they really haven't been able to get him engaged a ton, just the 2 catches. But it's been Villa stepping up in lieu of that tonight to help with Timpview. But to your point, he has not ran a ton. I think a pair of rushes for Kasuga tonight. Toa's got 10 carries. Both these teams have ran the ball 14 times. The difference has really been the quarterback play. Because the running attacks have been comparable. It's been the quarterback play that's been the difference.
It's a couple plays here and there. And let's talk about QVia before we get a little too far away. This is a guy that gets overlooked because we talk about Kasuga, we talk about Nakua, and we talk about other guys on the defense. But it's QVia. Remember a year ago, we were in the semifinals against Orem. Orem goes down and scores, gets the ball back on a turnover. The defense makes a stop. They're going to punt it. And it was QVia that took that ball to the house. Right? This is what this guy does. He just shows up. He's such a good athlete. He thought he was going to be a quarterback at Timpview after being a quarterback at Wasatch. Hasn't worked out. To put me in a spot, let me do my thing. And, he just makes play after play after play.
Yeah, he really does. This Timpview offense, QVia is a big part of it. The Pula twins, that's a good call. When they're on the field, and really Kasuga can look in any direction, right? Whether he's on read 1 or read 4, he's throwing to a college-level guy. Yeah. When the Pula twins are there, when QVia is going like he's going right now, and, of course, Tay's doing his thing, it's just really, really tough to defend.
Yeah, the one thing that was alarming was when big number 70 got hurt and was walking off the field gingerly, and you're sitting there and you're like, how many linemen does Timpview have? Because this isn't a deep Timpview roster. You have the top-level players
Lawyer
in that first...
Otawaya, just make sure.
Yeah, I can't say very many names. We were talking about
I was making sure you knew it. I was just making sure we had it right?
Numbers
it was
are easier.
Lawyer Otawaya, the son of the head coach.
Yep, Otawaya.
You know that.
You know that one.
Got it. Yeah, I did. Mark, thank you so much. I know how to say his name. But with that, you hope that they've got the linemen. You hope that they've got the depth to continue going as well as they are.
And I love talking about Villa. A couple months ago, didn't know if he was going to be here or if he was going to be playing elsewhere. He's here. He's making a big impact on the biggest game of the year for Timpview. They've needed him, and he's stepped up to play big.
Yeah, much like a great documentary that's multiple seasons. Kind of like Matt Saracen. Thought he was going to play quarterback. The youngster was coming up. Say, hey, coach, just put me out. Fine. Let me play wide receiver. I can see it.
Unbelievable documentary.
Unbelievable documentary. Still got a few more seasons to go for me, but
unbelievable.
I will say I think Villa's a little more talented than Saracen.
Just a smidge.
Just a touch.
Just a touch. And I can't believe he's being controlled by such a controlling person either. But it's a great one.
Yeah, Julie
That's
Taylor.
multiple of those
Even
there,
all
too.
these years later, I still got problems with Julie Taylor. I'll tell you what.
Let's kind of look back before we go forward here. Been a great day. Let's talk about our first two games just one more time, as some of these crowds always changes here. Crimson Cliffs coming away with their first ever state championship in school history. Only been around for, I believe, 4 years. 5 years. This is their 5th year. So they opened the same time as, I guess I had that one before. 5 years. Yeah. But their second championship game appearance, they get the win. Heading down south, having a party. Was fun to see all the people and crew come in here and get a title.
Yeah, I mean, they played like they've played all year long. This was maybe the picture-perfect Crimson Cliffs performance. They did it defensively. They did it offensively. They looked like a complete team that was well deserving of a state championship.
Honestly, Green Canyon, the fact that they're in this game, the fact that they're here with a first-year coach, everything they're doing, you're just like, this is a team that's going to be scary from here on out. And Crimson Cliffs, they've taken their lumps. They've gotten better. They've gotten better. They've gotten better. But Green Canyon, you're like, oh, there's something
what can
scary
it be, right?
that could be here in the future. But all the props to Crimson Cliffs and what they've done to get here, continue their dominance, and really build that program to where it is today.
Well, and especially with an opening at Skyview, right? Those are neighboring schools. You got a coaching change happening to a school just up north from where
Who was the 1 seed?
Number one
Lose
overall.
one game to Green Canyon.
It'll be really interesting to see how that dynamic works itself out up in Hyde Park and Smithfield. I thought Crimson Cliffs was super impressive today. And really, their one loss 26-23 to Bingham. They had that game, right?
Yep.
Had opportunities in that one. They could very easily have gone undefeated, including a win over a 6A team. That's how good Crimson Cliffs was this year.
Yeah, it was really impressive, and they've been 30-0, get the win, go off terrific. Congratulations to the Mustangs and all their players and coaches. And then we look at the 6A game, and this was a get-back game. We talk about it, Sky Ridge, Corner Canyon. It felt like it was coming all year long, just like last year. Could we get there? Sky Ridge made it a little hairy at one point, and then able to get into the state championship game, but it was too much Isaac Wilson and crew for Corner Canyon.
Yeah, Isaac Wilson, he put everything that we've talked about him throughout his career. It was on full display today. He did it with his arm, did it with his legs. He led that team. And Skyridge, credit to them, they fought. They fought hard. When they came back, it was like, hey, maybe this is something. But that's when Isaac Wilson really stepped up in the biggest moment, most important moment for his team this year. He put his team on his back and ran 70 yards down the field for a touchdown. That was really the exclamation point in the game.
The Isaac Wilson this year versus the Isaac Wilson last year are two totally different quarterbacks. Yep. You sit there every year, you watch the sophomores, you watch the freshmen, you watch the juniors, and you're like, what could this kid be? And this is the Isaac Wilson we've been waiting for year after year, and you're just like, yes, thank you for becoming what you are. Same thing we were watching with Tay Nakua last week. Yes, thank you. And I am just so excited to see the next revolution of Corner Canyon.
I thought I saw two really dynamic quarterbacks. Jackson Stevens played his heart out.
Yep.
Best game I've seen him play over the course of his career. Isaac Wilson, this was a game for him to really gut check, right? And do you have what it takes in crunch time moments? Came out slinging it. Obviously, the touchdown run to go back up by 2 possessions in the fourth quarter was huge for them. It was an impressive display for two very talented quarterbacks, two seniors who played their last games of their careers tonight. Isaac was fantastic, and I loved even talking to him afterwards how, hey, it's about my O-line. It's about my all the guys on the offense. That's a young man who understands. It's not just him, right? Very talented, but he's part of a team, and it's that whole team that made it happen this year for the Chargers.
Yeah, and it was the 5th state championship in the coaching career for Eric Kerr, his 4th at Corner Canyon. 6 straight state championship appearances, right? 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. Yeah. Just wanted to do some Carmen County math for you all to let you know I can't count. All right, before we send it back up to JJ and Sly, let's get some final thoughts on what we would like to see in the second half and expect to see in the second half, Bountiful and Timpview.
I think Bountiful's got to score. They get the ball. We kind of saw this script in the first game. If they don't come out and put points on the board and try to put some pressure on Timpview or get some pressure put on Timpview early on, and I think Timpview can get the ball, and then it's a 4-score game, and then they start to run away with it the same way that Crimson Cliffs did against Green Canyon earlier today. So I think it's a really almost a do-or-die drive for me for Bountiful in this the first drive of the second half.
I want to see the Stars play out of their minds this next half. I mean, Fekitoa has to get the third downs into first downs. That's what will make the difference in this game. And Falatau Satawala, he is as advertised, but he has to make those 1 or 2 special plays that's going to put the game in the favor of Bountiful.
Yeah, I think Bountiful's played very conservative, which I understand.
Yeah.
Emerson Geilman has to make some plays.
Yeah.
At the half, he's 5 of 9, 61 yards. That's not going to get the job done, right? You've got to find some ways to attack in the air, to open up the ground game for Fekatoa and others. And Moose, to your point, I think that defense has to make a play. They need a turnover, a defensive score, something, right? I think that defense has to do something. Bountiful's undefeated when they haven't thrown an interception this year. They haven't thrown one yet. But they've got to get a spark to their offense. It's the highest scoring offense they've had in school history. They have to find a way to flex that muscle in this second half if they want a chance to win.
9 passing attempts isn't going to get it done.
And 61 yards on 9 is not going to get it done, right? You've got to be able to stretch the field and get some bigger plays than 5 yards a catch.
Less than 7 yards an attempt.
Yeah.
Good man. Man, you're on fire. We got you
hey,
on the sideline.
Can I give you one more thing before we send it back?
Of course.
I got a hot take presented by our friends at Igloo Outfitters. If you want to be hot in the winter, check out Igloo at igloooutfitters.com.
IGLU.
How about the Timpview student section? They showed up.
I've been talking about this on the broadcast.
I'm not going to lie.
Away.
I was
blown away.
That is comparable to the student section from Corner King.
Yep.
It's a touch smaller, but not by much.
No, it's right there.
It's right there. Timpview, way to show up. We've been pleading for years. Timpview's
so
here.
Blown away.
Awesome.
Thank you. So blown away. I brought it up on the broadcast. I kept saying to Jared, I've never seen this many Timpview kids. Ever. We joked around maybe there were some ringers. I don't think so. They showed up.
The whole time I thought they were a 1A school because we never see a student section. No, they are 5A. It's awesome.
After hours, too. That's the most important thing. Yeah. After hours, they showed up. This wasn't even like get out of school free card. This was, hey, we're showing up. We're going to go. And I think a 9-year drought certainly sparks that. One team is ending a drought tonight, either 9 years or 20 years. And now that we'll be wrapping up the high school football season. 2 quarters left.
We're going to get through it, buddy.
I
you
think
and me
so.
together.
2 quarters left in the high school football season in the state of Utah. We'll be here for a post-game reaction. We'll send it back up to JJ and Sly for Vince, Kenzie, Dane, Moose, and Jeff. I'm Dusty, and we'll get ready. We'll be back here for post-game. We'll send it back up to Jeremiah and Sly for the 5A state championship game.
For over 25 years, Salt Lake Running Company has helped people of all ages and levels find the gear they need to start their fitness journey.
From a free custom shoe fit analysis to a premium assortment of footwear and workout essentials,
SLRC is a top 10 run shop in America.
Locally owned, locally operated, with locations along the Wasatch Front.
SLRC is there to help you gear up and get out. Visit a store near you.
Or shop online at slrc.com.
At UCCU, we understand that life is full of surprises.
Wonderful surprises.
Expensive surprises.
There it is.
In fact, we've seen it a lot.
Our daughter just got into Harvard. I got into Harvard.
We have to pay for Harvard.
I mean, we don't even have a history of twins in our family.
Much less triplets.
Woo!
Yeah, I figured I could remove the satellite dish myself.
So now we figure we'll hire a professional to fix the roof.
The point is, there's just no way of knowing when something unexpected is going to happen. See?
But with a home equity line of credit from UCCU, there's no need to worry because you'll be ready for whatever life throws your way. Here's how your home equity grows.
Over time, the value of your home goes up. Meanwhile, as you make payments to your mortgage, the balance you owe on your home goes down. That space in between is the equity you have in your home, and it belongs to you.
At UCCU, we'll provide you with a low-rate line of credit that makes it easy to access the equity in your home with no fees, no closing costs, and no surprises.
As in zero, zip, zilch.
Just to be clear.
Simply complete an easy application on your phone or computer and select the low-rate option you prefer. Opening a home equity with UCCU is so easy. You don't even need to visit a branch.
But you always can. You can also call us, text us, or send us an email.
UCCU experts will communicate in whatever way you prefer, and we're always happy to provide the personal assistance you need. It's what we do.
It's what we do.
What they said. You'll also get your very own home equity Visa card, giving you instant access to your equity. Anywhere, anytime.
Like we said, easy.
So you can finally finish your basement and raise the value of your home.
Or pay off your credit cards and get out of debt faster.
Nice. Or simply enjoy the peace of mind that comes from knowing you have a low-rate line of credit ready for a rainy day. It's your equity, so it's entirely up to you.
That might be the best part about having a home equity line of credit with UCCU. Knowing that it's there when you need it, even if you never do.
It's also why every homeowner should have one.
And if you already have a home equity with another financial institution, just transfer it to UCCU.
Welcome back to Rice-Eccles Stadium. We're about to kick off the second half, the final half of football in the Utah High School football season. And the final half of this 5A state championship game. Jeremiah Jensen, Stevenson Sylvester, Dusty Lister will be on the mic down on the field here shortly as well. So this is it. Both teams played a gritty first half, but one found the end zone, one didn't. The difference in that first half was 2 for 2 for Timpview in the red zone, 0 for 2 for Bountiful.
Yeah, but, the way these offenses moved down the field, it felt like they could do it again. So I don't think this game is by far not out of reach for Bountiful. The way Bountiful is playing is exceptional on defense. Even though they're down 16-0, it really doesn't feel like that. They start with the ball in the second half, and I really think that they can be on the attack. I'm really impressed with Emerson Geilman tonight. He's playing absolutely spectacular, but he's got to continue out. He's need an MVP performance here in this second half if they're going to pull this win out.
And they got to get the ball to Falatau Satawala.
Yes.
He was really their best player, which is no surprise. In that first half, they had 71 yards of passing and only 131 yards of total offense. And Satawala had 42 yards of that on 2 catches. So a big chunk of their offense was Satawala. They got to get him the ball more often. This is it. Their state championship hopes come down to this half. You got to go to the guy that got you here, Falatau Satawala on the side of Timpview. 237 yards of total offense to Bountiful's 131. The difference in the game outside of the red zone opportunities has been Timpview's pass game. Helaman Kasuga, 13 of 21, 193 yards and a touchdown in that first half. Just a sophomore. He has done exactly what he needed to do as the Timpview quarterback in that first half, and that is why they have a 16-0 lead.
Well, Helaman, but also QB, 5 receptions, 100 yards. I mean, on one catch. I mean, just so good of all the guys they have at Timpview, but Helaman Kasuga just taking care of the football, but having guys like QVS step up, make plays, I mean, that is what Timpview needs, and that's exactly what Bountiful needs on this first drive. Who's going to step up and want the ball outside of Satawala? Who's going to be that guy? Is going to be the big thing here in this first drive.
Absolutely. Well, Fekatoa, I think they want him to be the guy, but Timpview is basically saying, we're stopping him. You beat us. He's been, in my opinion, the most valuable player outside of Helaman Kasuga in this first half was Kazon Villa. In fact, I would say that Villa is the MVP of this game at this point. Yep. He's been a terrific player tonight as we begin kickoff in the second half, but who knows what happens here. We got 24 minutes of football left in this season and in this 5A state championship game. Bountiful down 16-0, but this game's still not out of reach for them. They'll get the ball first to start this second half. They go down and punch one in here. We got a completely different ball game as we wrap up this season. Thornock sends this kick into the sky, and it's into the end zone for the touchback, so Bountiful will start this first drive of the second half on their own 20-yard line.
Is it bad that I didn't want him to realize that Satawala was on the left hash?
We're just fans of the game. We just want to see action.
Yeah.
And Falatau Satawala returning a kickoff is action. So
well, action and close games.
I tell you who didn't want to see that is the entire Timpview sideline and coaching staff, who probably would have sent Luke Thornock back into the locker room if he ended up getting that.
And they made Keelman delete that post.
Oh, boy. 16-0. Timpview leads Bountiful. Bountiful ball. Geilman keeps, runs. Not going to slide. Keeps fighting for yards. gets 4 up to the 24-yard line.
Good first down play right there. Pick up 4 yards. Make it second and manageable. When they got the ball in the first half, they really charged down the football field, and that's exactly what they got to do here. Stay aggressive. But what I really loved about it was the tempo. I felt like they played up tempo. They did huddle, but they didn't waste any time. You know, they were really taking advantage of it, and that's what they got to do. They're down by 16 here, so you really, really, really got to stay on the attack.
2nd and 6. Gallman takes the snap. Looks both ways. Now what is he going to do?
He's got to run it.
He's going to run, and he's going to lose yards.
He
That's a
lost
sack.
4 yards.
That'll go down as a sack.
It just sucks because he had linemen downfield. So a great recognition by him to know that I can't throw the ball away or else I'll get a penalty. But unfortunate thing is he takes a sack anyway.
Taniela Macassini with the sack.
Well, recognizing the screen, there was no shot. That screen was being set up for Brandon Wilkinson, and he had no chance.
So a smart play by Geilman, but still a loss. 3rd and 10 from the 20. They needed this drive to pop. If they can't get first down here, this is going to sting. Geilman in the pocket, over the middle, caught, close to the sticks, 1 yard short. Jacob Brooks with the catch. What are you going to do?
Got to punt it.
Oh,
they are
going to punt it, but they had to think.
Yeah, I mean, I would have thought
3
about
and
it
out.
too. But you got to punt it. You got to play this field position game because the last thing you want to do is have a messed up play. Unless you had a play in your head that you know you can get 1 yard at, like you're just uber confident with, you don't run. If you don't have that play, you don't run it. You punt this football. Let's see if they run a fake here. They do.
They do.
Oh!
It's a fake.
Oh!
Is he there?
No, he
get
missed
it?
it.
Short.
Oh, they tried to do the annexation of Puerto Rico? What the heck? Oh, I just didn't like it. It took too long. He tried to hide it, but he's too big to hide in the backfield. He's too big to hide. They tried to get the distraction with guys going out to the right, and he hit it between his legs like he hiked it to him.
Yeah, he did.
It was Caleb Norris, the 270-pound defensive tackle.
If he would have caught it and just ran straight downfield from there instead of faking it, he probably would have got it.
That's a long time to sustain a block.
Yeah,
right?
well, he's a big guy. It takes time to get him accelerated and started up. I like the fake, but they knew you were going for a fake the way you came out of the huddle.
Kasuga.
Interception.
Is he picked?
Interception. Oh!
No, it's out of bounds.
They're not calling it?
They almost had that. That would have been quite a turnaround.
I thought he had his foot in bounds.
Britton Tidwell, who has 7 interceptions this season.
Tidwell,
almost got his 8.
This is what you need. Did he not toe tap that?
That was close. We don't have a straight down angle from here, but that was close.
If you had replay, he might have that. That right toe might have been
down.
That
looked like he had it down.
He got it intercepted.
Oh, yeah.
We got a big man pick. And guess who got it?
The guy who missed the punt right there.
Caleb Norris. He got the first down after all.
He got it after all.
1st and 10 Bountiful.
But that's what you need. Look at him flexing on the sidelines. I see you, big boy.
I
see you, big boy.
What a turn of events here. And Bountiful has the juice that they desperately need.
Oh, what a play.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Like that's Jerry Seinfeld, he's even Stevens.
Caleb Norris bats the ball down, picks it out of the air, intercepts it, and the Redhawks have the ball at their own 40-yard line, 1st and 10. What a wild sequence of events that was. We have a stop and play. We don't know why. It's a penalty. In the backfield. Delay game on the offense.
I'm telling you, that play clock, how they run that thing, I don't get it. I can't even sit down and think before it's already gone. I mean, it's a change of possession. How do you get that out of a change of possession?
There was a lot of celebrating going on, and they had to quickly turn around and get out there. And
even still, man.
It took them a little too long. 1st and 15.
Come on, that's
handoff.
Oh, okay, protect the ball.
Brig Morrison almost lost it. Somehow holds on and gets a 5-yard gain, actually a 10-yard gain. So now it's 2nd down and 5. That's a huge run.
Yeah, it is.
By Brig Morrison, who almost turned it over.
I think the difference is, Dusty, correct me if I'm wrong, I think after a turnover, normally there's a media timeout, in other situations. And
there's that, and you tend to have it kind of built in, give you a little bit of time. High school does not do that.
They do not respect that at all. I'm like, that's rude, because the turnover is something unexpected.
Morrison bounces outside.
Okay, Brig.
He's got a chance here. Getting to the outside, 1st down and more into Timpview territory. Down to the 48-yard line. Sorry, the 43-yard line of Timpview. Shorted him 5 yards. He's down to the 43. Couple nice carries by Brig Morrison, the senior, 6 foot 185. The Redhawks. The belief is back. The momentum is back. The fire, the juice is back. Their fans are into it. The sideline's into it.
Got to be on the attack. They're going to have a safety over the top of Follow Town. Everybody else got to make a play. Got to make a play on the outside here.
Pitch back to the quarterback. Geilman breaks the sack. He's going to run now.
Good.
He's at the sticks. He's inside the 35 to the 32-yard line. They're going to give him the 1st down.
Yeah.
Great play by Geilman. There.
How about 2 plays where he just stayed so calm under pressure?
Yes. He's got to be the guy for this football team right now. He's got to make the plays. Got to do it. Got to get in and out of this huddle. You got to show some resolve in the huddle. They got to look him in the eyes and being like, okay, he's got it together, so we need to get it together. He's got to be that guy for this team.
Timpview bringing heat. Fekitoa inside.
Oh, yeah.
Siaki Fekitoa. He's got a shot. Into the end zone. Touchdown. Siaki Fekitoa. And we got a ball game. $32 yards for the score.
Points off turnovers, Jer. One of the biggest statistics out there is points off turnovers. It's big momentum shifts. It takes a lot out of the other team, and then when you score on top of it, you double down on it. Points off turnovers. Now they're going to go for 2. I don't get that.
Well, trying to make it a one-possession game.
It's 16. I was still thinking they were at 13. Sorry.
The analytics say go for 2.
Yes.
So they will go for 2.
I was still thinking they're at 13.
Geilman.
Run it.
Cross. Caught. 2-point conversion is good. And how about that? Brandon Wilkinson has true drops in this game. He goes right back to him on a huge play, and Wilkinson makes the play. That's why I love high school football. You overcome adversity, and in a big moment, you step up and make the play your team needed. He didn't let him down this time. Fekitoa with a touchdown. Wilkinson, the 2-point conversion, but Siaki Fekitoa.
I think you guys were saying it in the first half, it's not working, they're good. I was like, don't go away from that.
Yeah.
That's going to come back to you for sure. And Siaki, the way he runs the football, you say Napoleon Coffin, I say a little Dorsey Levens up in there. Throwing out some old names from the 90s in there.
You guys need to watch football a little more often. There's a whole generation of running backs you guys you really should check out.
Yeah. Oh, we know. We're just trying to show our history here. They're just Dusty and I are just flexing right now.
Siaki Fekitoa reminds me of Otto Graham.
He's Jim Kick. That's who he is.
Oh, gosh.
But you know what's awesome about it, guys? This was a moment of redemption, right? You don't get the 4th down after the guts to call the fake punt.
Right.
You don't get the interception, the initial one, that have been at the 2-yard line. Instead, the guy that doesn't get the fake punt gets the pick, and then you come right back, get the touchdown. A loaded box, you only got to make one guy miss. Fekitoa gets a touchdown, and then get Wilkinson, like you were just saying, Jeremiah, get him feeling right.
Yes.
I mean, right now, Bountiful, they need just a little bit of momentum, a little bit of adrenaline. It's amazing what happens when that hits your system.
Really does. Really excited to see how this is going to play out. Like I said, they're not out of it. This game is not out of reach yet.
We've got a 1-possession game. And you know how you solve your red zone issues? You score from outside the red zone.
Yeah, how about that?
Just get 30-yard touchdown runs. Don't worry about it.
Hey, let's give some love to Brig Morrison. 2 big runs that really set that up, too, with him in the backfield. really opened that up too.
Brig Morrison was huge on that drive. Really got them going after the interception. And now Bountiful's right back in this. They have life, they have momentum, and they have belief. Off the bounce, here's the return. This could be a belief killer. It is not. Nice return, though. Tay Nakua out to the 35-yard line. So that gets the Timpview sideline bouncing again. And let's see if this Timpview offense can get going again.
Great return. Great return right there. But, hey, this game's not over, and you got some juice from that defense right there.
And flipped the field already.
Oh, yeah. This is your playmaker's time. This is Salatau Fato all the time right here.
True Toa. Nice carry. Out of bounds at the 40-yard line. 5-yard gain on first down.
Well, it's got to feel good if you're Tyler Anderson. The whole play sheet is still, it's all worked, right?
Yeah, it has.
You have a tip ball interception. Okay, we'll just come right back and do our thing.
Timpview has big stats in this game. They're winning the stat battle. There's no doubt about that. Total yards, it's not even close. Another True Toa carry. They might lean on True Toa here right now.
I mean, tow truck, man, he's the way to go. I absolutely love him at the running back position. He gets things done, tough runner. He's fast in the open field, but he doesn't mind running in between the tackles. Like that right there.
Toa up the middle, breaking loose. In Bountiful territory, down all the way to the 30-yard line. True Toa, it's all true on this drive.
He needed a break. He looked right to the sideline. Hey, I need one.
Timeout, timeout, timeout.
He's got 35 yards rushing on this drive alone already. Back to him. No, this is a different guy. And he's got wheels down to the 20. That was Isanaliai. We mostly see him on defense, but he comes in and runs it. Isanaliai with a nice run. Under 8 minutes to play third quarter. Helaman Kasuk with the pass outside. Kazon Villa. They get him stopped, but he's really close to another first down.
Oh, he's got the first down. He was way past the first down.
He did get it. Okay, sorry.
Oh, yeah.
He's down to the 8.
They pulled him back. There's a whole island that's so glad you can say Naliai, by the way.
I've been working on that.
Like, it's not Galia, it's Naliai.
It's Naliai. Dre Naliai is on their coaching staff. Former BYU player.
Yep.
Kasuga. Catch is made into the end zone. How about that for a response? Jared Pula, touchdown Timpview.
Where did he come from? Pula with the slant. I love this lead slant area. You go run off that corner. And you get it's almost like an inside rub route. Normally you get a rub route where they're going outside, but this one is a slant coming in. So you have the inside defender kind of take an angle at the inside shoulder of the cornerback, and you get the angle with the slant. And Pula with the catch and the reach in the end zone, touchdown.
Extra point by Thornock is good. Timpview 23, Bountiful 8. How's that for a response by this Timpview offense?
Great job.
You know, it's amazing for Timpview, guys. Maybe you've talked about this. I don't know if you have. Timpview has not played a true home game in nearly 3 years. So you talk about guys that have not got to play on the hill, that played at Old Provo High School or New Provo High School, depending if Provo was playing at home, and just what that could build for you. You don't really have a true home field. You don't get to see your colors. I think that builds something in a team, and you see that response that you're saying, Jeremiah. What a response after Bountiful grabs all the momentum, makes it a one-score game. They come right back, run the ball right down their throat, and get 6. I mean, it kind of just tells you what Donnie Atawaya is building out of the circumstances handed to him by stuff that's out of their control.
Yeah, they've had a lot of construction going on at Timpview High School. We did a game last year for Timpview in the playoffs. They were the home team, but we were at Mountain View High School.
Right.
So it's they've been nomads the last 3 years, but it hasn't affected them. They continue to win. And here they are with a chance to win a state championship in great position, 23-8, 7:40 remaining third quarter. Bountiful got all the momentum after the interception, gets the touchdown, but Timpview comes right back, runs the ball right down their throat. And they extend that lead by 7. That's a returnable ball, and guess who has it? That's Brooks.
Yeah, no Falatau on that return.
It was Brooks in there. Yep. Brooks has been a key player for them on defense. He was the hero of their Box Elder win that really got their momentum going. A real belief for them when they went up on the road and beat Box Elder. You can see Brooks is limping off the field, but he was the key in that overtime victory. They've had a lot of guys step up throughout the season to help them get to this point. Handoff up the middle, nice gain up to the 35-yard line. That's a gain of about 9. Going to give him 8. They'll put it right at the 35-yard line, so it's going to be second down and 2. Brig Morrison's going to come into the game. Keep an eye on number 1.
Here, 2 bags.
Gonna go Fekatoa again and bounces outside. Great effort by Fekatoa to get the first down. Wow. He was done. He was back in the backfield 3 yards and he spins out of the tackle.
Right. And
moves the sticks. Impressive run. Look at this. Bounces outside right there. They couldn't wrap him up. And he gets to the sticks. 1st and 10 now from the 38 for Bountiful.
Just looking like Deshaun Foster right there.
Oh, boy. Reminds me of Sammy Winder, the former Denver Broncos running back.
Yeah, that's a good one.
From the 80s. Now we're getting ridiculous. Fekatoa, past midfield. He's got a block. He's got another block. Fekatoa inside the 20 down to the 10-yard line. This sophomore is a star.
Yeah, this cutback is unreal. Look at this. Get into the hole. Whoop! Whoop! Speed defense. Wearing that number 26 with pride. Looking good. Somebody's earpiece or mouthpiece fell out there.
Go back to Fekatoa. Nothing there. Right up the middle. No gain.
He's probably a little tired after that long run.
Oh, I can imagine.
You know, when you think of great sophomore running backs that have run in a state championship game, one was Harvey Longy in 2009, or probably 2008, and the loss to Alta. But a win was Kalama Molisi in 2005. The last time Roger DuPay won a state championship.
That's right.
It was a sophomore, Kalama Molisi, down the left sideline to beat Brighton. And so there's a pretty good history of sophomore running backs.
The old Skyline running back. He had a great career at Skyline. Kind of the end of an era for those Skyline, that Skyline dynasty. Geilman, it's not there. He's going to run.
Oof.
Didn't get a whole lot.
Gotta be
He's
careful,
down to the
man.
7.
You
And
don't want all that contact.
2 things to worry about there. One's a fumble. 2 is him getting hit in the head.
Yeah.
Because he didn't give himself up.
You know they're going to make that tackle physical. You got to get to the sidelines and get out of bounds there.
A little extra juice at the end, too.
So Geilman's on the sideline. Are they going to go Fatuala? Is Falatau Satuala going to run quarterback here?
Yes, he is.
Here we go.
And he can throw, ladies and gents.
Yes,
don't just think it's going to be a wildcat run here. It's 3rd down and 6. He can still throw the ball.
He has a lot of experience at quarterback. So 3rd and 6 from the 7. They go Satuala. He's going to keep it, and he's going to throw it. He missed. Incomplete. Looking for Brooks in the back.
He's such a big human being. He made the ball look so small there. He was just... It's like Shaq holding the basketball right there.
Just throwing with the glove on.
The ball just disappeared.
He did throw with the glove on, the lefty. too far
I
ahead
just
of
don't
him.
understand why you don't run that to his left.
Yeah.
I would have ran a sprint option to the left if I was them. That would have flowed better. You had a lot more field there. They ran that to the right.
I think we've had some language stuff. Remember we had this last year where we had the game stop. Coaches were brought to the middle of the field. I think it was Orm Timpview. And
here we go again. Yep.
Yep. And they're coming out to have a little conversation with the coaches to make sure language is cleaned up.
You don't see this very often. We have a stop and play and a coach's meeting with an official out at the 20-yard line. So, guys, here again, red zone issues for Bountiful. You get in the red zone, spectacular run by Fekatoa, and now we're at 4th and 6 again from the 7. They can't get a first down at the 1-yard line, but you cannot come up empty again for a third time in this game.
You can't. I mean,
in a distance that hasn't been good for them either.
No,
not
it is not.
Yeah, this is part of the play chart that doesn't have a lot of circles on it. It's a lot of lines. And so you got to figure that out. And slide, I mean, you got to think this is Satawala. Is it Satawala over the middle? Is you going to run him on a little dino route, go to the kind of post corner to the corner of the end zone? Like, what do? Do you wheel him? You got to find a way to get that ball to 11. I think in this spot, because it isn't about getting to 1, it's about getting into paint.
I would actually use him as a decoy here and do what the Chiefs do and do a shovel pass. This is the area where the Chiefs always do their little shovel pass down here. So they just need to get down to the 1-yard line here. But if they can get some traction, I would put Satawala in motion, get all the attention on him, and then just hit something backside.
4th and 6.
Play clock's down
from
to
the
12.
7.
We got 13 on this side, guys.
Fekatoa is on the left. Satawala in the slot on the left. Number 11. Geilman's looking right. That's where he goes. Incomplete. The pass is incomplete. And Bountiful is now 0 for 3 tonight in the red zone.
It's a great play call. He just needed a couple more seconds in the pocket.
Through the hands.
And you just need your top guy over there.
Through the hands of Brandon Wilkinson.
You just need your top guy over there. Yeah,
so Timpview gets the stop.
You ISO'd that. I bet you money if Falatau was over there doing that, that would have been more of a possibility.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it would have been a total catch, but I bet it would have been more of a possibility.
Well, the catch range, right? Your catch radius is so much bigger.
Right.
Kasuga's going to hand it off. Trutoa, not much there. This Bountiful defense they've been tough all night long.
Yeah.
I know they got it. They got punched in the face on that last drive, but they've been really good tonight. They've given their team a chance. They just can't go 0 for 3 in the red zone, especially against a team as good as Timpview. Imagine if they score touchdowns on those 3 red zone drives. Be quite a different game.
Or 2 of them.
Yeah, even just 2. You're right. They'd have the lead.
Yeah, say they score on 2 of them, especially one that was at the 1-yard line, and they just kicked extra points. It's a 1-point game.
Yes.
Bountiful.
And now a huge
timeout
timeout
called
taken
prior
here.
to the snap. This will be a TV timeout.
All right. 4:17 left to play, third quarter. Bountiful calls timeout. So will we. Timpview 23, Bountiful 8 in this 5A state championship game on Game Night Live.
If you want to avoid your AC breaking down this summer, the best thing you can do is stay on top of your AC's annual maintenance. But if you do find yourself with an air conditioner blowing hot air, Any Hour Services technicians service all brands, and they can usually get to you pretty quick. Call Any Hour Services or schedule online at anyhour.com. Whether you need maintenance, repair, or replacement, the technicians at Any Hour Services can help you keep your home comfortable all summer long. Call Any Hour Services or schedule online at anyhour.com. No one helps more homeowners than Any Hour Services.
Moving mountains takes more than muscle. It takes commitment through the comfortable, the uncomfortable, the starts, the stops, the sunny days, the stormy days. Here at Salt Lake Running Company, rain or shine, we've got you. We are here to help you keep moving forward. Locally owned, locally operated since 1995, SLRC offers free custom shoe fittings, rewards, training groups, races, free events, seminars, and clinics. Visit us in store or online today at slrc.com.
At UCCU, we'll provide you with a low-rate line of credit that makes it easy to access the equity in your home with no fees or closing costs. Just complete an application on your phone or computer, or stop by any branch.
Timpview ball, 2nd and 9 from their own 8-yard line. Bountiful trying to get a stop. They just had to call timeout. Those valuable second half timeouts. They had to use one in the third quarter on defense. Timpview, they're going to run. Trutoa gets to the edge. We got a flag. That's coming back. That's good news for Bountiful, bad news for Timpview. We saw it from here. They caught Whitley Unga.
That's when the outside linebacker looks, Coach, hey, I didn't hold my edge because he was holding me, Coach.
Right. Who has contain?
It wasn't my fault, Coach, I promise.
They took contain from me.
Hold on the offense. Number
So not a huge penalty yardage-wise, but Toa's close to the sticks.
And that's where an offensive line coach is not happy with that. Hey, he gave you leverage. You didn't need to grab the outside.
Yeah. He's 2nd down and 12 from the 5. Kasuga's going to keep. Up the middle. Trying to bounce outside. They can't wrap him up. Finally, they do. They get him around the 10-yard line. They're going to give him the 12-yard line on forward progress.
Yeah, he gave back forward progress, right?
He came back. Yeah, they're going to give him to a 10.
Okay, the near side official just pointed the other official back to the 10.
Right.
So near side official wins on that debate.
That's his, right? Yeah, he gave that back.
He did. We see the officials up high do that. They have their disagreements. 3rd and 7 from the 10. Kasuga rolling right.
Get over there on him.
Now he's looking back to the other side. Downfield. Looking for Tate Nakua. It's intercepted on the bounce.
Did that bounce 3 times?
It looked like it. Britton Tidwell.
Right, he missed the one earlier. Redemption.
This safety is a ball magnet. Wherever Britton Tidwell goes, he finds the ball.
Oh my
he
God.
did it. He bounced it up in the air to himself.
Well, yeah, so they hit his arm, and then it bounces up in the air. He had the soft touch. Made it come right back to him here. He has it, and then they hit him.
And Tate Nakua ran into the back judge.
Nice.
And Tidwell comes up and makes the catch. Not that that had anything to do with Tidwell's interception. But
yeah, that was a bad throw by Kasuga.
Nakua had a hard time getting back to it. It was as good as a punt. So Fekatoa gets the carries past midfield, gets 3 or 4 yards.
Sly, I would love to them to be able to check at the line. Look at all the numbers that came up there and ran right into it. You'd love to be able to check that to the right so he has some way to get numbers, right?
That's evolution with Guileman, you know.
Well, it's high school football, right?
Yeah,
how much do you trust him?
Hey, man, there's some quarterbacks, I'd give those reins to Kasuga.
We saw one at 2:30 today.
Yeah.
Isaac Wilson. You're right. That's advanced stuff. Guileman, plenty of time. Feels a little bit of heat. He's going to leave the pocket. Now he's looking downfield. Throws it.
Too hard.
Too high. Too hard. You're right.
Too hard. Soft touch right there. There's nobody behind him. And lead him up the sidelines right there. He got excited here.
He did get behind the defense. It's Bo Birmingham, a junior wide receiver. We haven't seen a lot of Birmingham, but he's in there on that play.
It's a big 3rd down right here.
3rd and 7.
Breaking the huddle.
Bountiful's offense keeps getting opportunities. They have got to convert. They've left too much out there tonight, offensively.
I think they just need a piece here. 2 down territory.
Yes, it is.
Swing route. Hit
Guileman
the swing route.
Under pressure. Guileman going down. Timpview with the sack. Pakahunga gets home.
Now you got to punt. Yeah, so this is the thing. Again, the evolution. Got to understand what's 2 down territory. Coach got to understand that when I give the play, I got to also say 2 down territory, which lets him know, take the short route if it's there. But as you said, get closer to the marks to make it easy. That swing route to Fekitoa was right there, and I think he could break a tackle for more than the 1st down.
Well, that's a mesh concept, right? Back mesh ball is the progression.
The rugby-style punt is away. It's going to bounce.
Good bounce.
Right at the 20-yard line.
Oh, gave it right back to him. That was a slow possession there.
1:47 left third quarter, and once again, Bountiful gets a gift.
Yes, they do.
They did have the touchdown on the turnover, so they do have points off of one turnover. They could not convert on these.
And it is a reminder just how good this Timpview defense still is, right?
Yes.
They graduate so many guys, but they
No doubt.
reload at Timpview. Now, Wana Kavenga has done a great job over there.
They got a lot of good talent. Matthias Lesa, a sophomore linebacker, leads the team in sacks. They still got Haunga, who was a part of that team last year.
Still got a whole fourth quarter. This game is not over with. They're exchanging blows here, but their offense got to come up. You need to have an MVP type of performance from their offense. Guys got to step up.
Yeah.
You got to have a big change of momentum play here on defense from Falotal Satualo or Brigham Morrison here. They got to come up with something. You got a game-changing play where not only do you make the turnover, but you return it for significant yards given an even shorter field.
Also want to get stuck on islands.
Clock's ticking. Kasuga taking a shot deep. Nakua couldn't find it.
Oof.
He was open for a moment there, but that was a tough.
Yeah, he was.
Tough window to get it into.
Sly, he read what I read. I was like, oh no.
Yeah. Yeah, that was like, uh-oh. But wasn't able to make it happen. Defense, you get another opportunity. Don't get burned back-to-back plays here. Normally offenses, they see a hole like that, they go right back to it.
Great job by Brock McSwain just to get him off his route.
There was a little nudge there. That's exactly what you need. Incidental contact, right?
3rd and 9, Kasuga pushed out of the pocket.
Oh.
He's got a man wide open. It's Pula. Jaron Pula with the catch. And a first down. Pula has the touchdown.
Scrunched up.
Now he gets a huge 3rd down conversion. 3rd and 9, and Kasuga makes it happen.
Defender fell down.
Yeah. Pula's great. He's running some amazing routes today. Very hard to cover. If Helaman has the time to find them, he does find them.
And Dusty, what a huge addition the Pula brothers are tonight to have them healthy in this game. You saw the lack of depth they had at wide receiver in that Olympus game really showed. Tay Nakua had to do a lot last week to get him into this championship game.
Well, not only that, and I make a joke, but you get one, you got both. That's what's amazing. Both of them missed last week. They tested them right before the game tonight, and they were both ready to go. So not only you get one, you get 2 for 1 with the two brothers there.
Well, Dusty, they are twins, so it makes perfect sense. It's science.
It's science.
Clock is ticking.
Your pain is my pain.
We have run out of time in this third quarter. At the end of the third quarter, Timpview leads Bountiful 23-8. 12 minutes left in this 5A state championship game and 12 minutes left in the Utah high school football season. You don't want to miss the finish. Timpview 2nd and 8 at the 41 when we come back.
U Conference football registration is open for the 2023 fall tackle football season. This year, we are proud to announce the addition of a girls-only division to play alongside our boys. Team scheduling lines you up against comparable competition, making every snap a valuable life lesson. UC football is safe and fun. Learn the game with confidence. The competition will be fierce and the camaraderie will be second to none. Sign up today at ucfootball.org. That's ucfootball.org.
If you want to avoid your AC breaking down this summer, the best thing you can do is stay on top of your AC's annual maintenance. But if you do find yourself with an air conditioner blowing hot air, Any Hour Services technicians service all brands, and they can usually get to you pretty quick. Call Any Hour Services or schedule online at anyhour.com. Whether you need maintenance, repair, or replacement, the technicians at Any Hour Services can help you keep your home comfortable all summer long. Call Any Hour Services or schedule online at anyhour.com. No one helps more homeowners than Any Hour Services.
Welcome back to Rice-Eccles Stadium for the fourth quarter of this 5A state championship game between Timpview and Bountiful. The Thunderbirds lead the Redhawks 23-8. as we go into the final 12 minutes of this season. 2nd down and 8 for Timpview from their own 41-yard line. Bountiful has had 3 trips in the red zone and have come away with no points. Their only touchdown, a 32-yard score by sophomore running back Siaki Fekatoa.
And there's 2 schools of thought, right, guys? That either 1, they've missed their opportunities, or 2, they're going to knock the door down.
Hey.
Yeah, but they're running out of time.
Yeah, strong finish here.
You better knock that door down now.
Yeah, I don't know.
And I tell you what, this Bountiful defense has played championship level football tonight. Their defense is championship worthy. The offense,
not so much,
has got to step up here in the fourth quarter to do their part.
In the red zone, their offense has been doing stuff. It's not like they haven't been doing stuff.
From 20 to 20, they've been good. Their offense, not great, but good.
What are they, 1 for 4 in the red zone today?
They're 0 for 3.
0 for 3. But here's the thing. Here's the other positive, right? Only 2-score game, and if they score a touchdown without Timpview scoring, they don't have to go for 2 then.
You're
they
right.
can save that for later.
Be an 8-point game.
Yeah. That's how big that 2-point conversion was on their touchdown to Wilkinson. So
that's why the analytics say to go for it.
Yeah, exactly. Remember, it changed at 0.3%.
That's right. 2nd and 8. Kasuga's going to hand it off. True Toa trying to get to the sticks, and he does.
Coming back.
Steps out of bounds at the 40, but we've got 2 flags. Another late one comes in.
A sideline one?
A lot of laundry. That could be a sideline warning. The last one, we'll see.
Yeah, I think it was. I think coaches bumped the official on the sideline.
Yeah.
Right. Get back.
Nothing makes an official more upset than that.
Got to give him the lane. Got to give him the lane.
Yep. I've spent many times on the sidelines, and I know what gets a ref angry.
There are 2 penalties on the play, both on the offense. Holding, number 58. That penalty will be accepted 10 yards from the previous spot. Repeat 2nd down. Block in the back, number 5 is declined.
There you go. That's huge for Bountiful's defense. This is the break they needed.
And huge for their coaches because they still have 2 sideline penalties open to them. So
there you go. 2 more warnings, right?
You get 1 warning, yeah, exactly, and then the penalty. So it's all there.
Okay.
Yeah, they warn them once.
They still got 11:51 left. I'm sure they'll use them. We know how crazy things get in these state championship games at the end. Everybody loses their mind, especially in a close one. Here we go. 2nd and 18 from the 31. Up the middle. Man, True Toa.
Yeah, almost gets that all back.
Look, he's not going to get the same kind of pub that Kasuga and Tainaku are getting. But there's no way they're in this game without True Toa and what he's done for this team this year. No way.
Yeah, without a doubt. And he's been doing it for the last couple of years. True Toa is big senior running back, and he just runs the ball extremely effectively.
3rd and 11, Kasuga. Too much on it, incomplete. And how about this Bountiful defense? They're going to get off the field here.
Hey, that was Satawala. Satawala came off the edge, going to the back, and gets his hands up, and it really caused Kasuga to have to get over the top of him.
And that might be what Bountiful has to do. That's the changeup. You have to blitz Satawala. You're giving Helaman too much time in the pocket to find guys. You're giving True Toa too much energy to stuff. Satawala can be that guy you blitz off the edge. He could be his block and make the TFL if they're running the ball with True Toa, get that ball back, or apply that pressure because he's so athletic to get off of the blitz pickup block.
Kasuga with the punt. Going way back. Great punt by Kasuga. Bountiful gets the return out to the 25-yard line.
That really was a good punt. Holy smokes.
That was Brock McSwain on the return. So great job by Kasuga to flip the field. And Bountiful will have to start this drive from the 25-yard line. 2-possession game. They don't have to hurry too fast. But they got to score here.
Have to.
I just don't think there's any doubt about it. Got to get the 7 here. And then give your defense another chance to keep playing the way they are. And give your offense one last chance at the end of this game. Emerson Gauman, who has played well tonight. By no means perfect, but he's played well. This offense just has not been able to punch it in the red zone, and that is the difference in the game right now. It's really that simple. Bountiful has not scored in the red zone. Timpview has. Fekitoa up the middle. Up to the 29-yard line. And we got some laundry on the field again.
That came from deep in the backfield.
That's going to get the play in. Get the play in. Make sure you don't get a delay a game, man, because I hate these transitional plays where that doesn't happen.
Very roughness, number 0. 15-yard penalty will be a first down.
Pakahunga got caught.
Being a little excessive.
Yeah, a little bit too much. There, you can see it right here. He got the back end tackle. There you go. The extra throw at the end after the whistle blown.
Unnecessary.
Well, he got lucky earlier when he did that to Geilman, and they didn't let the second one go.
Yep. All right. Clock's running. 10:45 and counting. Blitz coming. Geilman's got to get rid of it. He does.
Oh, wow.
Catch is made.
Great
nice
job.
play.
In traffic.
Brooks. Jacob Brooks.
Man, he dotted that.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
That's a big throw by Geilman.
You got the umpire, and he's no skinny pole. And he had to throw around him. Great throw right there by Geilman.
2nd and 3. They're past midfield at the 49 of Timpview.
Gotta go, gotta go.
Geilman, time in the pocket, takes a shot deep. It's out of bounds, not even close.
It's okay. It's okay.
It's intended for Wilkinson.
But you got 3rd down and 3 right here, which is great. You took a shot on 2nd down, which is exactly what you need to do. Now pick up this 1st down and keep the clock moving.
This is going to be on the ground twice.
Yeah.
You'd imagine.
I mean, I don't know. I'd actually throw the smoke out there to Solitaire.
They're spreading it pretty wide.
8 guys in the box.
Timpview's bringing the heat. Geilman gets outside. Open is Brooks, incomplete.
Ooh.
Knocked it away. Great defensive play.
Throw it behind him. You got to throw it in front of him. Got to throw it in front of him. You're running out that way. You should lead your receiver.
Isaiah Vaya with the stop.
Should lead your receiver right here. This should not be behind him.
Yep.
But great defense right there. Isaiah Vaya, way to dislodge the ball from the receiver. He had it in his hands. I like what you said. 2 downs, you run the ball to Siaki Fekitoa twice, and now you only got 1.
Empty backfield. Just Geilman. 5 receivers. 4th and 3 from the 49. Blitz comes. Geilman avoids it.
Run.
Now he's going to run. Can he get to the sticks?
Yes, he does.
He stretches it out.
Yes,
He's got
he does.
it. What an effort by Geilman.
That's the MVP performance we were talking about.
Mark him at the 45. That is a bountiful first down. What a play by Emerson Geilman to keep their season alive here.
Pakahunga had him in the backfield. Great job. Athletic move right here. Great job reaching for that first down. But you got to recognize, what is Timpview doing right now? They're heating him up.
Yep.
And 3 times, guys,
yes,
he's been able to get out of that.
Straight times. They're blitzing right up that A-gap. They're going to come again.
You got to make them pay.
You got to make them pay.
You got to crease something.
Fekitoa up the middle. He's got enough for another first down. He's all the way to the. They're going to mark him short.
I don't know how, but they did.
He was at least at the 35.
Right.
I'm not going to argue with the officials.
No.
I'll leave that to the coaches. He was down right there.
Right.
He's right on the line.
But here's the other part. I would say, hey, I'd love 2nd and 1.
Yeah.
You know what? That's fair.
Give me 2nd and 1.
And you can take a shot on 2nd and 1.
Exactly. And I got 3 bites at the apple.
Where's Satuala? Find him right now. They're going to pitch. He's going to go right up. Good by Geilman. Good read. Geilman's still going inside the 20. They'll take that.
They got to go. They got to score. They got to score here within the next minute and 30 seconds.
Yep.
They got to score within the next minute and 30 seconds.
You're down to 9 minutes left in the game. Geilman makes a great read. Well, he's got to take care of the football there. Almost lost it.
Geilman doing his best Matt Saracen impression.
Yeah. How did it take us this long to have a Friday Night Lights reference?
It's only taken me like 18 years, and I finally started watching it.
9 minutes left in the 4th quarter. That's how long it took. 1st and 10 for the 17. Geilman throws. It's thrown behind the receiver.
Did he catch that? Oh, my
The catch
goodness.
is made.
Yeah, it's coming back.
Downfield?
I think so. I think he had the center get up the field. Umpire threw that. As soon as he let go of the ball, umpire threw his flag.
Timpview's had that problem tonight, and now it's Bountiful.
Holding. Number 63 on the offense.
Just a holding penalty.
10-yard penalty from the previous spot. Will remain first down.
I mean, I don't know how significant it was, but.
Oh, that's for Bountiful. That's a shame because Satuala made a great play on a ball that was thrown behind him and had it down at the 5-yard line for a new set of downs.
Well, at least you still keep your down here. Now the play clock's down to 15, so you got to go. But
the clock has stopped, which is good news for Bountiful.
It's still first down, so don't think that you have to get it all back here, but you can take a shot. I'd run a corner out here with Falatau.
1st and 20 from the 27.
I'll sit him in the middle.
Geilman takes a shot right into the hands of a Timpview defender. Intercepted.
Absolute worst. If Falatau was wide open over the middle for a sit down. That
Grady
zone.
Gregory with the easiest interception of his life. Geilman threw it right to him.
Oh my gosh, that is exactly what you did not want to have. They're running that zone, and Falatau has been open time and time again. Sitting down in that zone right there.
Hey, they're putting it at the 1-yard line, guys.
They are. He was right out at
They're saying momentum
he went
took
right
it out
on the pylon there, and that's going to put it at the 1. But still, that's...
Oh, Falatau was wide open right off the snap, too.
He was, and not only that, by the time he threw it, you can see he was covered. But he was there immediately.
Yeah.
Right in front of him.
You hit that seam route. We used to hit that with me all the time in high school.
His knee's down about the 1.
His knee was? Oh, gosh. That would have been devastating right there because that's a 2-point conversion that they handled for you.
Yep.
And they're not going to call it, though?
No, he was just barely out. I was just saying, he barely got out of there.
Bountiful with another trip. I think they were just outside of the red zone, but that was another chance where they come up empty.
Yeah. They're right there, though.
0 for 4.
Timpview going a little bit of 4-minute offense here.
Oh, yeah.
Nice job by Bountiful to stack them up.
Oh, yeah.
Shuto is going nowhere. Bountiful's dying for a safety, which would actually be a huge call for them.
Yeah, they'll call. Yeah, it would be huge.
How about Brooks? Brooks just step in there, guys. Put his nose right in the business.
Oh, yeah, man. He's not afraid. This is senior year. He's making it happen. Watch the RPO here. Quick slant. Watch the 2 receivers outside. They're going to try to make something happen with those guys.
Imagine Kasuga's going to throw out of this. 3rd and 9.
I'd heat him up.
Toa's back there with them.
I'd blitz the A-gaps, heat him up.
They're bringing it. They are. No, he's going to run it. And he almost broke free.
Timeout. Call timeout.
They got him down at the 8-yard line.
No, don't call timeout.
3 yards short of a first down.
Don't call timeout. You already wasted one.
So it's 4th down and 3 from the 8, and Timpview will punt.
Yeah, I would have heated him up. I would have slanted or pinched my D lineman inside to take away those A gaps. I would have blitzed my linebackers right through those B gaps and heat him up. Make him get rid of the ball quick. Go 0 coverage on the outside. Make sure you guys are tight. Don't allow anything quick. You can have contact within the first 5 yards of line of scrimmage. I would have beat him up.
Snap's good. Kasuga gets rid of it. But Bountiful brought the
bad
heat.
Kick, too.
It's not a great punt by Kasuga.
It was Falatau. Falatau already got that ball.
What is he doing? Where's the ref at?
He's still walking. Still walking.
This is a guess. That's a bad spot. That is a complete guess. That ball was out about the 32.
They're going to mark it at the 36, so that's where Bountiful will start this drive.
Nah, he knew that, guys. He knew it. He was all over that.
I'm like, where are you going? You do not need to follow the ball all the way over there.
There's some people who say there's someone in Midvale just telling them, hey, keep moving up, keep moving up, keep moving up.
All right, we got a media timeout here, but we'll keep it here with 6:30 left. Let's reset the situation. It's 1st and 10 for Bountiful at the 36-yard line. Timpview has a 23-8 score. The Redhawks have struggled all night in the red zone. 4 chances, no scores. Got to get it here. They have 2 timeouts left. And they got to score quick because they don't want to have to be forced into an onside kick situation.
It's like if you're Timpview, they keep going to bare front, right? They're showing a 6-man front sometimes. I mean, do you stay in that in this situation?
I mean, you kind of showed your hand. I said it on the last drive. I was like, do you see what they're doing? They're trying to force your hand and doing stuff. They want to put the pressure on you, make it hard for you. So if I was Timpview, I would show it again and then actually drop out of it. Because I think Emerson's going to try to hit one of these slants in here, and you could steal it from him.
What you're saying is you want to Max Hollum. Is that what you're saying?
All the time, yeah, you know that. Drop those interior guys to make it look like it. We called it drop back in the day. And so what you do is you show in there, and you just have non-traditional people drop into those windows, is what they call them, those slant windows, and they'll pick it off. You know, just hopefully Paul Kruger doesn't trip and fall on the 10-yard line going in, and you can have a pick six.
Yeah, that was the difference of that game, yeah.
Brooks motion, 1st and 10. Geilman's pressured. Geilman's going down. Jacob Rust with the sack.
He was not missing that
He's
time.
almost got him a number of times tonight, and finally Rust gets home.
Not missing that time. Great job right there. Great pursuit. But they got to go, man. You have absolutely no time to waste. You got to be in hurry-up offense for the rest of this game.
2nd and 18 from the 44.
Gotta go.
We've got to give this Timpview defense some love. They have been
outstanding.
Playing championship football tonight. Geilman steps up in the pocket, throws, catches made.
Oof.
Almost back to the original line of scrimmage.
That was a big hit.
Pakahanga just brings the hammer, man.
Yeah, he does.
Pakahanga, the nice hit. It's going to be 3rd and 12.
I keep talking about Wano Kavenga, but he's got to feel like he sees his own person out there.
Yeah.
And Pakahanga, they're so similar.
They'll have 2 shots here to get the first down. Here comes 3rd and 12. Geilman in the pocket, steps up.
Run it.
Great move by Geilman. Now he's got to run. He's not going anywhere.
Yeah.
He gets a couple of yards. It's not a sack, but not what they wanted on 3rd and 12. The clock continues to run, and now they're dealing with 4th and long from the 36-yard line.
Hey, what a great job by Isa Naliai. Stayed outside and let all of his defenders get to him.
What you want to do here, now it's 4th down and long. Call timeout. That's what you got to do.
Timpview, yep.
The Thunderbirds take a timeout.
Oh, Timpview took a timeout. I mean, Bountiful should have took it, but somebody's
Timpview's saying, hey, this is ball game. Let's make sure we're straight.
This is ball game. Yeah, exactly. Offensively, I would have did that. This is the ball game. If you make nothing happen on this drive, ball game's over. There's no way you can recover from this. You're down 15? Yeah.
Timpview is just 4 minutes and 44 seconds away from a state title. They've won 8 championships just since 2004.
Yep.
And Dusty, we've been covering high school football here since 2005. I've covered all but the first one here. And it just felt like every year, that run from 2006, really all the way through 2014. I know they didn't win it in 10 and 11, but it just felt like every year it was Timpview's year, and they were a machine back then.
And not even that, it weren't even close.
I know.
And it was just
they just absolutely dominated everybody. They just absolutely crushed them.
Well, and the funny thing is that Timpview to that point had been like, quarterback high, right? Brett Ingeman. He had his older brother won a state championship in '91. Doug Henstrom was anyway, whole thing. That's a family member. I bring that up. And he's watching right now. But also you get to, you go through all the Affleck and all the quarterbacks. And then when you got to that run and from that 06 to 08, it wasn't about the quarterback.
Yep.
It was their running backs. Jackson Owen was an absolute stud. Michael Elisa. And it was their defense. Ethan Manamaliuna. I mean, so many guys that were so good. Craig Bills was Mr. Football. And they were so good on their defense. I remember one year, I think it was 07, they only gave up 8.5 points per game. It was insane.
They sent so many players on to the next level. Here we go, 4th and 10 from the 36. This could be the ball game. Now what are we doing?
Official stop it.
It's the media again.
What?
Yep, it's us.
Oh, that'll throw
the media timeout was not complete yet.
That
Here
would
we
throw
go.
my rhythm all the way off.
4th and 10 from the 36. Geilman's got to make it happen. Got to get to the 26. Geilman's in trouble. Geilman's going down. The Timpview defense makes it happen. Too many guys to mention. They all get home.
There's a celebration penalty on Timpview, unsportsmanlike conduct, so that's going to drive them back. But it's their ball either way.
I don't know who got there first. I'm trying to. There were so many guys in there.
I don't know how you don't know that's 0.
But Curtis Pettengill knows. He'll have it in the box score afterwards.
Yeah.
They came with it. They
brought the house.
Oh, yeah.
There is a flag on the play, as you mentioned, but it's after the sack, I believe.
Dead ball, unsportsmanlike. Number 25, Timpview. 15-yard penalty. Will be first down, Timpview.
Puamunga, who was in on that play, got a little too excited.
Lessa and Haunga.
Yeah. Can't blame him.
Hey, man, they're about to win the ship.
It's starting to set in that
Yeah.
Timpview is about to end this drought. Nice stop there for the Bountiful defense. Give it up for this Bountiful defense. They have fought all night long.
Another unsportsmanlike.
Now players are starting to.
This is Timpview going backwards.
Well, going backwards, they just gave him a timeout. They've got the clocks to stop. So back him up 15, and you're going to have the clock stop.
Yeah.
Officials trying to sort this out.
And that was after the play too, right, Dusty?
Right? I think so.
Yeah.
You know, post after it, so you're going to count the down and back him up.
And stop the clock.
After the play, personal foul, number 55 on the offense. 15-yard penalty will be on the 15-yard line, 2nd down.
So that's your rare 3-banger there.
Right?
Wow. Bountiful keeps having the sliver of hope. This gives them that sliver of hope. 2nd and 22.
It's been there.
So
it's been there for them for sure.
The down counts. Take the loss, and then they'll back them up another 15.
They did wind the clock, though.
So time does go. 15 is the line of scrimmage now. 2nd and 22. Kasuga is just going to run it up north. I should say south, where we're at right now. And they're going to be content to let that clock melt a little bit more. But Bountiful is going to call a timeout to stop that clock. This is a good spot to use them, Sly. 3rd and 17, and you don't want that clock to get too small there.
You don't. You want to.
They get one more stop, they'll get the ball back.
It's so hard right now. As a defense, you got to be stripping for that ball. You got to be doing something. Bountiful can't say they didn't have opportunities in this game. They had more than enough opportunities.
They're going to watch the film, and they're going to be haunted by the opportunities.
Yeah.
They were in this game. They just could not score in the red zone. 4 trips in the red zone, 0 points. Their only touchdown came on a 32-yard run by Siaki Fekatoa. They just could not find a way in the red zone. And then on the last drive there, they couldn't find a way to get to the sticks and keep that drive alive. I don't think we're giving Timpview's defense enough credit for what they've done tonight to make that happen. Timpview's defense has been unbelievably stout, made plays when they needed to in the red zone, and they deserve a lot of credit for shutting Bountiful out in that red zone.
Without question. They have been terrific.
Suga's going to hand it off. Trutoa. Good job by the Bountiful defense to get the stop. Bountiful's going to call that last time out and stop the clock. with 3:50 left.
Guys, Wesley Vance just brought the hammer here.
Yeah, he did.
Yes, he did.
Yeah, he did.
We could hear that all the way up here.
And I'm sorry that I jumped in on you there, JJ.
No, it's great.
Man. You know, the other thing about this Bountiful team, I don't know if you guys have talked about this yet, that after that Roy game that you did, where Bountiful just did not show up against Roy, that this team looked back, okay, we're not going to region championship. We're not setting our eye on a state championship. And there was player-led and everything else. It just got them here. And you see opportunities in front of them. This is a group that has just worked so, and not that Timpview has it, this is just about Bountiful, worked so hard to get to this point after disappointment of not being able to win a region title, to get themselves here with all their efforts. You see them right now. They're not giving it up. They're going to try to find a way to make this happen. And it's just been impressive to hear that story, that after they lose to Roy, say, hey, look, now we're going to a state title. Let's turn the page. Let's keep this thing together, not go away. Because there's a lot of people that didn't think they'd beat Granger. And then they didn't think they'd beat Springville. Certainly didn't think they'd beat Alta. And they get all the way to the state title game where they've had their shots to be in it here against Timpview.
Yes.
The last two games, to the clutch 2-point conversion in overtime to beat Springville, the touchdown toss to Falatau Satuala to beat Alta with 1 minute left. They've made clutch plays to get here. They made championship plays. You just got to give Timpview credit tonight for their ability to prevent Bountiful from making those plays tonight. Brooks on the return. It's past midfield. This is a good punt return. Down all the way to the 36-yard line. Okay, so Bountiful has 3:37 left to get into the end zone and then get an onside kick. They're out of timeouts. They've used them all. So there's still hope and still a chance.
So you're saying there's a chance. What are they going to do here? What are they going to do? Empty, empty, empty. They know they're coming with heat. Get the ball out quick.
Their pressure comes. Geilman gets rid of it. Cats dropped. Jacob Brooks. They did exactly what you need to do to beat that blitz, and you just got to hold on to it. They've had too many drops tonight.
Throw at the blitz. There's a void at the blitz. You got to throw at the blitz. They do that there, but as I said, you're in the championship football game. You should not have as many drops as we've seen today from teams.
I credit that a little bit. One, he wants to make a big play, but two, Timpview has been extremely physical in the middle of the field.
And Timpview has a reputation. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
Timpview's known for physical play. These guys know it. Geilman's going to roll out to his left. Throw. Catch is made by Falatau Satuala right at the sticks. He's going to go out of bounds at the 25-yard line. So nice play there by Geilman to find the best player on the field.
I love that dash pattern to give him some extra time as well.
Yep.
It's great design, great patience, and then spin out of it with the seal block right there from the running back. Find your guy.
.325 on the clock. 1st and 10 from the 25. Another quick shot.
Get out of bounds.
Wilkinson does not get out of bounds.
Gotta go.
Clock runs.
Show some energy, gotta go.
They're officially back in the red zone. At the 20-yard line.
Empty.
2nd and 5. Geilman, pressure comes, throws over the middle. Catch is made by Falatau Satuala into the end zone.
Penalty flag.
But there is a flag. We'll see what the call is, but what a catch.
I mean, where the thing is, it doesn't look like it's on the offense.
By Falatau Satuala, I think this is going to stand.
That's on the defense. Where the flag is thrown, it doesn't look like it's on the defense. Take the touchdown.
They just said touchdown. They just told Coach Freck touchdown.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I want my touchdown. What else am I playing for? No, I want another shot to not make it in the red zone.
Falatau Satuala with an incredible play. We'll talk about it more after this.
During the play, holding on the defense. Touchdown is good. Penalty on a score. The team can also accept the enforcement of the penalty. The 10 yards will be assessed on the kickoff.
Nice. How about that?
Interesting.
And it makes that onside kick even a little more interesting.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, you're not as deep. Okay. Well, they made quick work of that.
Yeah, they really did.
2:54s left on the clock.
To the point, you could do an unconventional onside kick. I've always wanted to try this, but more of a sky almost kick to where it's not totally downfield, but it's beyond the
Gotta have
hand
this.
seam.
Extra point.
That's good.
Is good. So we've got an 8-point game, a one-possession game. 23-15 with 2:54 left. The Satuala touchdown.
Look at this effort. Get off me.
That's a guy that's like, I am not going down.
Get off me.
Yeah.
Get him the football.
He wins that one-on-one battle.
Get off me. Ugh, little man. Get off me. Love it.
You got to go to your best player in the most important moments.
And he wants it right now. He wants this game. He wants to get back into this thing. All his scouts are watching this game right now. His effort on the offense and defensive side of the football. It's not over, folks.
He knew that ball was going there. Once Isaiah Vea went to the entire marks, you knew at 11. There was no way one guy could keep him out of the end zone.
Right.
Bountiful.
I mean, center is right. BB dying now.
Redhawks go with the onside kick. It'll go 10 yards.
And it does.
It did. Did they get it? Who got it?
Good job. Timpview picked it up, though.
Great job by Timpview to get on it right when it went 10.
Yeah.
If Bountiful had recovered that, I think Timpview would have lost their mind. I don't think they hit the kicker's hand.
Oof.
I think they would have lost their minds.
So Timpview's hands team comes up clutch there. That was a nice play. And you had to be quick. You had to jump on it right when it went 10.
Illegal touching.
So I guess it didn't go 10.
Yeah, so they did catch it on the kicker. So it hit his foot.
Ah. So Timpview will have the ball at the 46-yard line. One first down will do it. One first down and this game is over, and Timpview can go victory formation and go celebrate a title for the first time in 9 years.
So I would put Falatau in the box. I'd have somebody else go out there outside and put Falatau in the box and just have him blitz or go strip the football. Go strip the football.
They're trying right now. Couldn't do it. Kasuga holds on. Clock will run. And they'll use it all. This will tick down to 2:06 before they snap it again. 23-15. Timpview leads Bountiful. A first down ends it. If Timpview gets to that 44-yard line, they can go victory formation. Down to 5 on the play clock. They snap it. Kasuga gonna go right. They're gonna get him. And they get him out of bounds.
Yes, they do.
And they got him out of bounds.
They got him out of bounds. Kasuga
lost yardage and got out of bounds.
Yeah, NFL, that's still rolling.
Yeah, it is. Not in high school.
Yep.
What a play by the Bountiful defense. They stopped the clock.
They
at
keep
2:03.
giving them a chance.
Bountiful, why won't you die? 3rd and 10 from the 46. Clock has stopped. If Bountiful gets a stop here, they get the ball back.
Donnie wants to talk it over.
Smart, take the timeout after you ran the play clock down there. Might as well talk this over. They've got
very possible.
They got their timeouts. Use them.
Very possible here. Oof.
Getting Kasuga out of bounds changed everything.
Everything. I would literally have Falatau more closer to the box. I'd play close up. I'd play far away with my corner so he has view on the inside and close up with the second guy. But I'd put Falatau in the apex because if they want to run the ball to continue to drain this clock, I need to get them on the ground quickly. I can't have them rolling around.
Okay, that's what you want Bountiful to do. If you're Timpview, how aggressive do you get here?
That's
it's
what
3rd and 10.
Like, you're going to throw it or you just run it?
You should not be aggressive. You got to run the football. Just put Chuto in the game. Stop running with Kasuga.
But then you got to give the ball back to Bountiful.
I mean, you're going to do it with 1:20 left, but if you punt the football, you can punt them all the way down there and leave them with 1:08. I'd rather do that. That's a lot harder to do.
That would be the correct and conservative call.
I would hand the ball off here to Chutoa.
But the way Chutoa has been running in this game, he could get this.
He's going under center, it looks like.
This is why I would put Falatau closer to the middle of the field. I would switch him from the 2 position. Get over there.
Bountiful stretches him out. Oh! If he breaks one more tackle, he's at the sticks. The clock will run, so he stays in bounds, which is very important to do for Tua.
Yeah, so they're going to waste all this time here. I'd even take a delay of game if you wanted.
Yep.
And I would punt the football. They're going to try to get him to jump offside, so Bountiful has to watch the football. Make
4th
sure you
and
tell
4,
him, watch
ball's
the ball,
on the
watch
48.
The ball. Try to get him to jump off sides. What are you doing? Nope, they didn't do it.
Yeah, don't call the defensive false start. Thank
no,
goodness.
that would be
Can you imagine giving him the game on that? Okay, Kasuga punts. Satuala goes back. He's going to take a run at it. Satuala's still going. Falatau Satuala breaking tackles out to the 18-yard line. Look, Bountiful's got 1:13, and there's a flag down. Where's the flag?
How can you not be romantic about Falatau Satuala?
I don't know. I'm looking for that flag, though.
No, I don't see it. It's not there. No flag.
Well, they're talking on the sideline.
Against
and it looked like they're pointing.
Timpview.
I didn't see the flag on the field.
Face mask?
Personal foul. Number 30.
Yep.
Number 21 on the team. 15 yards. End of the run.
That's
First
huge.
down.
That is huge. I saw it, but I was like, that's really quick. I don't know if they're going to call that. It was a quick face mask.
Yeah, there was.
But that is a big 15-yard penalty. That only gives us 65 yards to drive 1:10. That's
there it is right there. That's the right call.
Yep.
As I said, I saw it, but I was like, that's quick. I don't know if I'd call that.
Wow. Bountiful has 9 lives.
10 tonight, Jesus.
Like the Undertaker.
Unreal.
Rising from the grave. They have 1:13.
Well, you already know what time it is.
Find 11.
Find 11.
Geilman on 1st and 10 from the 34. In the pocket, incomplete. Again, they're struggling to catch the football tonight.
Yeah, he's got T-Rex arms. They're too big for the moment. Make it happen.
They are not making plays in the pass game. Geilman's putting the ball right on the money.
Yeah.
They got to catch the ball.
You got to have it. That's got to be a catch. There's nothing the defender did to make you drop that ball. Catch the football. Don't let the moment be too big.
The only positive is it stopped the clock.
It did. 1:08 left. Ball's at the 34, 2nd and 10. 5 receivers, empty backfield. Geilman has time, takes a shot deep.
No.
Way deep, too deep. Not even close. Way out of bounds.
Come on, Geilman. Don't go for the hero shots.
Well, that's what they wanted. So they run that in-breaking route from Satuala. They got the safety Vea to jump up, which got him 1-1 down the sideline. Geilman just missed him outside.
I mean, but the receiver's not even running.
Yeah.
He's not even thinking that he's a part of the play. He's not running.
Clock stops again. 1:01 left. 3rd and 10 from the 34.
Don't think you got to pick it all up here. Take what the defense gives you. The check down will be open. Run everybody off. Hit this check down with Fekitoa.
Fekitoa is in the ballgame. That's
Screen.
exactly what they do. Too high. Geilman launched it over his head.
Oh, you get that to him. That's a big gain right there. They got 2 lead blockers that didn't have anybody to block.
Yep.
He cuts back right in the middle. That's a big gain.
It was Fekitoa and a few of his friends out on the right.
I think Geilman got excited. He was like, this is open.
And he launched
Open,
it.
and he got sped up a little bit.
Oh.
He had no touch on it.
That's
4th and 10 from the 34. Bountiful's had a lot of chances. This is their last.
That's a little pop shot in the lane right there.
4th and season.
Here it is.
4th and season for sure.
Geilman, 4th and 10. Satuala, can he get to the sticks? Fighting.
Oh!
He's short.
Hold on. This near side.
We've got an official on our side
short.
here.
I think he's short. But I think he's short. This is it's an unfavorable spot.
It's just short.
But he was right there, and that's the season. I think he's short.
He didn't get there. The first down was at the
they're
44-yard line, and he's short.
They're going to measure, but he's short. And there's no replay where they can go. It's unfortunate. He's short.
So Bountiful's championship run is going to come short by a few inches here.
Officials timeout.
They're going to measure, but
how about the drama of getting the chains on this?
Well, they got it to who they should have been getting it to the first 3 downs.
Yeah, so many missed opportunities.
That's short.
It should have never come to this for Bountiful.
That's short.
Oh, it's short. Timpview takes over on downs.
Great job by the defense at stopping him. Excessive celebration. They don't care. They don't care. They know the ship's in the bag. No timeouts for Bountiful. Game is over. Two knees. That's the game. Great work for Timpview. They did what they needed to do to win. Drama-filled game. Made it happen.
Unsportsmanlike. Number 21, Timpview. 15-yard penalty. Will be first down. And 10.
There's a Timpview Thunderbird legend in Philadelphia right now that's jumping around his home celebrating. I know he's watching. Britton Covey. He was the last Thunderbird quarterback to lead Timpview to a state championship in 2014. Led him to back-to-back titles.
Amazing, amazing football game. Congratulations, Timpview. This is well-earned all year. Culmination to this moment. Great work.
Victory formation for the Thunderbirds. They got to do one more. Brigham Richards, the senior quarterback. He gets to do the duty. Brigham Richards will take the final snap of the 2023 Utah High School football season. The clock will run out, and the Timpview Thunderbirds win the 5A state championship. The drought is over after 9 years. Timpview is on top once again. The final score, Timpview 23, Bountiful 15. The Redhawks were a worthy opponent. They gave Timpview all they wanted. They fought it to the bitter end. But in the end, the sophomore quarterback, Helaman Kasuga, leads this Timpview team to their first state title since 2014. Teams shake hands. The Thunderbird players overcome with emotion and now make their way back to midfield to shake the hands of the Bountiful players who left it all out there tonight. The story of this game, it was decided in the red zone. Timpview took advantage of their red zone opportunities. Bountiful was not able to do so, and give credit to that Timpview defense. They got 4 red zone stops in this game. And after all the opportunities, Bountiful had a shot and just came up short. The last game for Falatau Satuala as a high school football player. One of the best to ever do it at Bountiful High School.
Here we go.
He's got nothing to be ashamed of.
We'll be on that camera here.
He put on an all-star performance tonight. Go ahead, Dusty, if you're ready.
All right, got Helaman Kasunga. Helaman, it's been 9 years since Timpview won a state championship.
Yes, sir.
It was a number 2 that won it then, and now a number 2 who brings it back 9 years later.
Yes, sir.
How's it feel?
It feels amazing. I'm super blessed that we can bring the championship home to this community. They've had a lot of support this year, and this team deserves it. Our seniors deserve it. We've been in this drought far too long.
It's been a long time, and this Timpview crowd, good or bad, has never been known as being big. How awesome is it to look up there and see a sea of orange?
It's amazing, man. You can't beat it. I'm super blessed. I know, I probably know all these people out there, so it's great that they have that support for us.
Last year you're a freshman, you get an experience in the championship game. How much did that help you tonight?
I think it just came out to just having that mentality is like we're not losing again, and I think we had a lot of starters last year, and then our goal this year was just to win it, and we did. And so I'm super proud of my team and our defense and our offense as well.
The Bountiful defense was legit all night long, but so was yours. How good is it how does it make you feel to know that your defense is going to go out and get you the ball back?
I mean, it's super great. I mean, you've heard the saying, defense wins championships, offense makes the newspaper. So I'm super blessed for our defense. And so it's great. Obviously, shout out to Bountiful. They played a great game, and I'm just blessed for our defense.
You got so many things ahead of you. You got seniors you played with. Q Vila, I mean, this is a guy that's willing to do whatever he needs to do to help the team.
Yes, sir.
What's it like to send off these seniors with the title?
Man, it means the world. I mean, before the game, I said, hey, seniors, I would try to do everything in my power that I can possibly do. And I hope that all the underclassmen will try their best because I think our seniors deserve it.
It's crazy to say, man. You got 2 more years. Can't wait to watch how much better you get year after year.
Thank you. Thank you. Yep, I'm excited for the next 2 years, and I'm ready to get another ring.
How about this? State champion, Helaman Kasunga.
Thank you. I
awesome, man.
that.
Hey, congratulations.
Thanks, Dusty. Try to grab another player or two after the trophy presentation here. They're going to be giving away trophies here shortly. The Timpview Thunderbird players celebrating in the south end zone here at Rice-Eccles Stadium. They're celebrating, and I know there's a lot of Timpview alumni right now watching this celebrating at home. Players of the past that helped build this program into what it is today. So many state championships, such a great tradition at Timpview High School. So many great players. So many great coaches. And now this team wins championship number 12. 12 titles for Timpview football. Nine of those since 2004. But it had been 9 years. The Thunderbirds had to wait 9 years. They were in state championship games recently. Couldn't get past Orem during the Tigers' incredible run. But finally, they break through today. And then there's last year's game against Lehigh, the championship game. Double overtime, heartbreak at the end. Much different emotions here a year later as the Thunderbirds find a way to hold on and beat a valiant effort from the Bountiful Redhawks, 23-15. There's the trophy. It's coming. And pretty soon, it'll be headed to Provo. Timpview players continue to celebrate. Kazon Villa, perhaps the MVP of this game. And Dusty's going to talk with Kazon Villa right now.
Hey, he's got to put his championship beanie on first, but here he goes.
They look good. They look good.
It has been a long journey for you to get to a state championship, man. What's your feelings?
I'm just feeling grateful. Like, even all the hardships and everything, I wouldn't change it for the world.
You know, you got to Timpview, thought you'd be a quarterback. Is what you were able to do as a young guy. But then you just accept doing whatever needs to be done. Is that something you've been brought up with? Or is it just who you are inside? Walk me through that part.
My parents always told me, like, in sports, you got to do whatever your team wants you to do to succeed and win. So I really embraced that role. I embraced selflessness, and I just tried to do whatever is best for the team.
How close were you just asking to play defense, too?
So we actually have a couple packages where I'm in on defense, but those times didn't come.
Let's talk about Donnie Ottawaya. Coach Donnie, been a big thing to this program, get things going. What's it like to play for a coach like Donnie?
It's been amazing. It's been a miracle, actually. He understands me as a player, and he understands everyone else as a player as well. He's very, very liked in the community as well, and we love him. We support him. We welcome him.
There was something about getting to that corner. Coach Donnie just told me that. Can you tell us what the significance you guys running to that far south corner?
I don't really know the significance. I just trust him.
I know the significance. I'll wait. I'll share it later.
That's how much trust I have for him. You know, if he's going to tell us jump off a cliff, probably going to jump off a cliff because I trust him.
Talk about Helaman and what you've been able to see from him for the last 2 years.
He's amazing. When I first came here, he and me were battling. Obviously, we started off a couple games where we alternated, but I got to give props to him, man. He beat me out. Freshman, probably the best freshman in the state last year, and he continues to be the best sophomore in the state this year. So,
amen. Congratulations, state champion QVF. Miss you, buddy. Hey, goes.
Thanks,
I'll
Dusty.
get Coach Ottawaya here momentarily.
You got it. The party continues on the interlocking U's at Rice-Eccles Stadium. Still got to give these guys their trophy. Where's that trophy at? Timpview, go get your trophy. Here we go. I think this is the longest time I've ever seen after a state championship game for a team to get that trophy, but here it is.
You're too late.
When we can order the race. My dad owes me a bet.
To the victor go the spoils.
Right,
Matthias Lesa has the trophy.
Service weapon.
And Dusty has more interviews after the game. Go ahead, Dusty.
Coach Ottawaya, you've had a couple minutes, couple interviews, man, to let this soak in. State championship head coach.
Feels great. It feels great. It's just awesome that the community can finally feel a state championship come back to Provo. And it's great. And like I said before, the community's been behind us this whole year. I've never felt more supported from the communities for all my years at Timpview, and these guys deserve it. These guys have played for the community, they've played for our school, and it's just great to see it.
That is the largest Timpview crowd I've ever seen. What have you done? Is there anything you put in? Do you get that kind of support? I've never seen a Timpview student section in all the years I've covered Timpview show up like they did tonight.
That goes to our principal. Momi's been awesome, knowing what we need to do better. And we've had prep rallies. We've had there's things to help with the cheer, and it helps. It helps us. And so I'm just grateful that we have an administration, our AD, Wendy, everyone over there, they're just so supportive. And so for them to say, okay, we need to be better as a crowd, she made it happen for us.
One thing that people maybe not know about this team, you haven't played a home game in 3 seasons. Has that melted this team and brought you a little closer together? You haven't had a true home game for like 3 years?
Yes. These guys are tired of practicing on it. They want to play a game. You know, and yesterday, so sad for our seniors just to walk off on their last practice, knowing that they didn't play this year. And so we're just excited as a team for our new facility. I know Wendy and Momi and our school district have been working really hard to get it done right. And so, yes, we're excited for next year, and hopefully it will look good.
Let's talk about your defense. I mean, time and time again, Bountiful seemed like they had chances. Your D kept making plays, and it's not just one guy. So many guys making plays.
You know, Coach Dre, our DC, has them prepared. And I can't tell you how many times hours they spent on film alone. Physically, we know that they can do it. It's just putting them in the right spots and them doing their jobs. When we gave up a lot, it was just missed gaps, missed tackles, and it's just something that Coach Dre always emphasizes.
You did that final stop. Walk me through your emotions.
I just hope that I was wondering if they would pull the chains tight enough that it would go, because they looked at me, the eye test, it looked like it wasn't a first down, but I was just hoping, because last week we ran into that same issue.
All right, last thing, you ran to this far corner. Give me the significance.
That helped us this year. That corner, we know with Lehigh, when they had that double move on us, and you know, it was a very memorable moment for us to use this year. And so I think they responded.
State championship head coach Donnie Atawaya. Congratulations, brother.
You guys appreciate it.
I appreciate you.
Go T-Birds.
All right, thanks, Dusty. I'll buy you a few seconds for you to get over for the KSL Sports Rewind show. Great post-game reaction from the Thunderbirds. As I said, to the victors go the spoils. The Timpview Thunderbirds, 2023 5A state champions. The drought is over after 9 years. Timpview is back on top in 5A. And with that, we end another high school football season. It's been a joy and a pleasure to bring high school football to you each and every Friday night, and to bring these semifinals and finals to you as well here from Rice-Eccles Stadium. That'll do it for us at Game Night Live. For Dusty Lister, Stevenson Sylvester, Mariluz Cook, our entire Game Night Live crew, so long from Rice-Eccles Stadium, but we're not done with the broadcast. The KSL Sports Rewind guys have a lot of fun coming up on the postgame show, which will start momentarily. Good night, everybody.